football here from Monroe, Louisiana. The ULM Warhawks welcome the Cardinals from Lamar. There's a buzz on campus here at ULM after that win over Army last week. Alongside Desmond Lighton, former All-American at McNeese State. Chris Harris with you high atop Malone Stadium as the ULM Warhawks take on Lamar, an FCS opponent after that big win last week. 88 degrees at kickoff, 39% humidity down on the field as we get set for a big one today and a chance for ULM to go 2-0.
Yeah, for the first time since 2015. You can't ask for a better start than that, coming off of that electrifying win last week against Army.
Let's take a look at how it happened. Fourth quarter for ULM against Army last week. Hunter Smith breaks off the 63-yard run to get that comeback going.
Yep. Kept in striking distance all night by the defense, and you see they're going to get set up again with that strip by Viggers.
Carlin Viggers picks up the fumble recovery. Back in business is ULM. Isaiah Wooler gets them down into scoring range. What a run that was, and here's Tyrone Howe.
Absolutely. One-handed catch electrified the entire stadium. They ran the same play twice on the run play to get in that scoring position, and then capped off by the defense again, getting that interception to seal the victory.
In the last 5:54, A.J. Watts with the big interception. Here's a look at the quarterback for the Lamar Cardinals, Robert Coleman. Last week, 14-23, 117 yards.
Absolutely. Coming in first year as a transfer from San Jacinto. Littered up the stat sheet last year with almost 5,000 yards passing, looking to help turn around that Lamar Cardinal football team.
Coach Terry Bowden has named Hunter Herring the starting quarterback. You lead a fourth quarter comeback against Army, you get the starting job.
They're going to give you some juice, baby. They gave him the start. He gets to play in front of his home crowd after coming in that fourth quarter and giving a spark to the ULM Warhawks. Happy to see what he can do tonight.
So here we go, back here in Monroe, a chance for ULM to go 2-0 for the first time since 2018. There's a buzz on campus. Derek McCormick has it teed off, and we are ready for some football. The 17th meeting between ULM and Lamar. Lamar gets the football first. They'll start 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. And Desmond, boy, it's great to be back with you in the booth, man. Wayne Gentry running the show down in the truck. And ULM, I tell you what, it really is. It's not just hyperbole. There is a buzz on campus about this football team. And when you beat a team like Army, that's what it does for you.
Yeah, starting the season like that, and it was a tale of two halves. ULM's not used to winning those type of games in that fashion. So to be able to do that and then come in front of your home crowd with an opportunity to get what should be a victory against an FCS opponent, definitely a buzz going around.
See the starting lineup for Lamar. Last week, of course, they fall to Idaho 42-17, a really good FCS team, number 6 in the country. Trying to get things back up on track this week. He likes to throw it around, and immediately Coleman's going to pass, and he hits his first receiver of the ball game. And a first down for Fusler, the receiver for Lamar, picks up the first down.
Yeah, just a good high percentage pass completion, sitting it down in that zone, in that curl route. And you can see that, how he got that 4,500 yards last year. That was on the road.
From California, 6 foot, 200-pound junior, the quarterback for Lamar. What a job last week by this ULM defense against Army. Different type of attack today as the handoff goes to Griffin, and not much up the middle. I know, Desmond, we talked with the defensive coordinator, Vic Koenig, this week as we take a look at the defensive lineup. Boy, he was really pleased with how his team played last week against Army.
Definitely. 5 turnovers. They had more turnovers last week than they almost did all season last year.
Had 7 last year. And it led up front, Jalen Ware, Aiden Huntington, Kennard Snyder, all guys who are looking to have big days today. Second down and 10 here for Lamar. Underway here from Malone Stadium in ULM. A little bit of a high snap. Pass comes out of the backfield. And the catch is made out there by Fuse Alir again, as he gets out beyond that 45-yard line.
Yeah, Lamar has a good drive coming together right now. Great opening drive. They're doing nice high percentage pass completions, getting it to their players in space. And now you're sitting up a third down for ULM to see if they can get off the field.
You see a lot of 12 personnel for this Lamar team, but it's a brand new coaching staff, first-year head coach for Coach Rassaman as he takes over this program. He's a program builder. 3rd and 1 here for Lamar. as they go back into that traditional, and that's going to be Coleman going to take it himself. He's got the first down and more as he pushes across midfield. He's carrying ULM defenders.
Still going forward.
Wow, what a push here to get him into ULM territory inside the 40-yard line. Now, ULM thinks they have the football.
Now, did they call forward progress? If they stopped this forward progress, which is what it looked like the referee is saying,
Carl Glass Jr. thinks he has it.
First down.
Okay, so forward progress stop, but Carl Glass Jr., the junior from Monroe out of Ouachita Parish,
baller,
had that football. He was hoping he had another turnover.
I watched him play all in high school, walked on to this ULM football team and earned his starting position this year.
So it is 1st and 10 on the play. They give him a 9-yard, after the 9-yard reception, he gets that run for the first down and another few yards that time. It was a lot of Robert Coleman in that game against Idaho. 11 carries, 21 yards, 14 to 23 passing, 117 yards. But what a nice first possession so far here for Lamar.
Yeah, they're staying ahead of the chains, Chris. They're getting 5 and 6 yards on first down. That opens up your entire playbook at that point.
It was a 15-yard run back for that first down run, and once you got all that push. Let's see if ULM bows up. They bowed up a lot when Army got into scoring position last week. Coleman comes out passing, and he has a man on that far side. Was the inbound? That's Andre Dennis. Only one catch last week for 33 yards, but hits him there, and they do give him the catch.
Yeah, this was a bend but don't break defense for the Warhawks last week. They got into scoring position several times, Army that was, and they were able to get turnovers, not only just stops.
3rd down and short here again for Lamar. This is a game for Lamar where they really don't have a whole lot to lose, and I think after that first time out against Idaho, this is a team that looking to make a statement here. Their leader Coleman hands it off, and it's a first down for Lamar as they move the chains once again. As Griffin, the junior from Tyler, Texas, he's a transfer from Rice, and he picks up that first down.
Something that's evident right away is that Lamar has a solid offensive line. Right now, they're owning the line of scrimmage. They're getting a good push, which is what they did on that zone there.
For Griffin, it's in the family. His cousin, Randall Webster, plays in the NFL for the Oakland Raiders. But a fresh set of downs here for Lamar. The opening possession of this ball game in the, we can call him a very a team that's really not favored in this ball game is coming out to a nice start. Coleman, some penetration there for ULM, and they get him in the backfield. Finally, for the first time, a little bit of penetration.
And that's Michael Batten on the tackle. That's actually, he rotates with Carl Glass at that Mike position. He also is a walk-on. He's a former D2 quarterback that won a national championship there. Walked on and earned a scholarship as well.
They call him Batman, and why not? Loss of 2 on the play. 7 tackles last week in the victory over Army. You play a team like Army in the option attack, and they made significant improvements from their 2022 meeting with Army to what they did last week. A lot of time here for Coleman. Looks over the middle. He has his man. That's Dennis again inside the 20 down to the 19. He'll be still just short of that first down. Another 3rd down here for Lamar, but they are in the red zone.
3rd and manageable, and they are also in scoring position. Chris, if I give you that long in the pocket, you could probably find somebody to throw the ball to. That's when your DBs are going to look at the defensive line and say, please give us a little help.
Huge underdog in this ball game. Lamar putting together a really nice first possession. They are in field goal range, but they would like to get another first down. They've already converted a couple on this first possession. ULM still with that 4-man front. Dennis again. First contact. He doesn't have it. I don't believe he does.
No, that's going to be 4th down right there, Chris. And if you notice, they stemmed the defensive line after the play, did a stunt, and that confused that offensive line for Lamar by switching the gaps. Check them out. They moved as the snap goes, and now they've got to change responsibilities for who has who. Causes a little confusion.
Carlin Biggers coming off that side. So field goal team coming on for the Cardinals, Chris, as Cada will come on and try to attempt the 35-yard field goal here. His long was 30, nailed one last week. It's a fake. It's a fake. Pass towards the end zone is intercepted. ULM going to try to run it back now. Down that far sideline. Lots of running room.
Oh, he's out of there.
And you can catch him goodbye. Oh, at the end.
No.
Got him down.
Somebody dropped the piano on his back when he got to about the 50 there, Chris. My goodness, there's a flag on the field, though, so let's see what the official has to say. And they're already motioning to bring him back.
Well, you bring out, you have nothing to lose in this ball game. So you try a fake as the holder, Major Bowden, fired that football, and it was intercepted right there at the end zone.
Personal foul, blindside block, 28 of the defense. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, ULM.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, they're putting a higher percentage on player safety there, so they're going to call that 9 times out of 10. And if I'm the interceptor, I'm looking back and thinking, hey, man, you had me doing all that running for nothing. But big-time play for the Warhawks there.
So ULM will have the football. Nice first possession for Lamar that kind of ended without points, obviously. But do you like the call to make a chance to go for a fake there?
I don't like it. I think if you're going to go for it, go for it. Leave your offense on the field. You've been converting all night.
So Gaffney with the INT. Back with the first possession for ULM.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Is this your plan to watch the game today?
Yeah, I have to watch my neighbor's NFL Sunday ticket.
It's not your best plan. But you know what it is? My plan from Verizon. Switch now and they'll give you NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on them.
This plan is amazing.
Another amazing plan? Backing away from here very slowly.
Oh, Josh Allen.
Football season is here. Get NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on us, a $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, only on Verizon.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. It's the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. Nice. Discover how Ram powers all the lives you live during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get $4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks. See your Ram dealer today.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? Oh, right. The Home Depot app is made for doing that doesn't miss a beat. So you can find what you need fast and keep things moving in the right direction. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
Back here in Monroe, nice drive for Lamar. They attempt to fake, and it's the former Lamar Cardinal, Austin Gaffney, who comes up with the interception. And you want some soap opera drama? There you go. A guy that knows both sides of this ball game.
Yeah, and in the age of the transfer portal, you get some different storylines. You know, Austin Gaffney was definitely happy for that, to be able to get a little get back against his former team.
So Gaffney with that pick. You had the fake field goal there, and the throw from Major Bowden was intercepted. So here is Hunter Herring, his first snap in the first quarter, and they're going to go around. Bugs Mortimer taking it on the reverse. Lots of running room out to the 40-yard line. And Bugs, they wanted to get him going offensively, and he's involved on the first play.
Yeah, Bugs Mortimer showing why Coach Kubik said he just wants to get him going. Guy's a light on the sideline and on the field. You love to see him make plays.
It's a team that likes to go fast after that first play from scrimmage. Handoff goes straight up the middle. This is Isaiah Woolard, the transfer from Ole Miss from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. He had that long run to set up the Tyrone Howell one-handed catch in the corner for the win last week over Army. He gets the first carry for 4.
You have good positive yards. Second, and picks up 4, opens up the entire playbook for the Warhawks.
The local kid, Hunter Herring, it's got to be a lot of fun for him as he gives for Woolard again, who's near that first down mark. But you love a great story. He's from West Monroe, comes back home, and played for the Raging Cajuns. But they love this kid, and to be able to come back home and to lead this offense. They're hoping that he can keep this job, but Jaya Wright still not out of the mix as well. We'll probably see some Jaya Wright as they do get the first down there.
Yeah, definitely. Coach Cuba talked about that. You got a young quarterback. You definitely want Jaya to know that he still needs to stay mentally ready.
So first down for ULM. They're second on this drive as the clock continues to move. We're halfway through, over halfway in this first quarter as he overthrows his intended receiver that time. But talking with Coach Cuba, we got a chance to talk to him on Thursday, and I think, he just wants his offense to flow a little bit. There was nothing until that fourth quarter in the Army game, and they want to kind of continue that.
And him being a former quarterback, he actually could speak from experience. He actually was benched at one point, so he could talk to his quarterbacks and keep them in the right headspace, just speaking how he dealt with it when he was at Tech.
Came in with that 12:53 mark as they're in Lamar territory now here on the opening drive for ULM in this ball game. As they'll go handoff again to Woolard, who takes it inside that 45-yard line. You got Woolard on this drive, of course, Hunter Smith, who had his first career 100-yard rushing game last week, but it seems like they want to get a lot of these backs involved in this ball game today.
Yeah, they've got a revamped running back room, a stable of them, and they've got a very strong offensive line in front of them, open up holes.
See three wide out there to the far side this time as they'll look over towards the sideline and get a call. On 3rd down and 7 here in Lamar territory.
First third down for the Warhawks here.
So 3rd and 7 for the Warhawks. Herring, he can run with it, but he's grabbed from behind and brought down. And what a nice play defensively for Lamar, as that's Jaden Matkins that comes out with that big tackle.
Yeah, they took a deep shot up top with Tyrone Howe, the big-time playmaker for the Warhawks. But a good pass rush is like makeup, man. It covers up a lot of blemishes in your secondary because Tyrone Howe was open running that scissor concept.
Braxton Gilbo will punt it away. He was the Louisiana Sports Writers Association Special Teams Player of the Week. 6 punts, 41.3 average last week as that one is away. End over in kick. We'll see if they'll call for the fair catch inside that 10-yard line. So Lamar will have the football back when we come back. Both teams one possession. No score here in Monroe.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Wow, you guys did great with this place. Yeah, and it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Businesses need 5G solutions today. That's why they choose T-Mobile for Business. MLB partners with T-Mobile to not only enhance the fan experience, but to advance how the game is played. AAA relies on T-Mobile's network to stay connected nationwide so they can help get their members back on the road. And we're helping Pano AI innovate to stop the spread of wildfires. Now's the time to see what America's largest 5G network can do for your business.
It's electric. It's gas.
Quite the paradox.
It really is both. The first ever Lexus RX plug-in hybrid.
On season 6 of Fansville, it's the last year of college football as we know it.
What's going on? The road to the playoff is expanding.
To 12 lanes!
Rivalries are crumbling.
Why are you leaving?
TV revenue. We wouldn't understand.
So we're just not rivals anymore?
Tensions are rising.
Where's the flag? These refs should be criminally investigated. Do something!
Because this season, things are heating up.
What's happening, Sheriff?
It's a transfer portal. It's out of control.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Back here in, they call it, of course, Fun Row. 1-0 this ULM football team after the big win last week over Army taking on Lamar. Of course, these two teams, they were part of the Southland Conference. For Lamar, back in the Southland. They experimented there with the WAC, but these two teams, they have a lot of history. They play in hoops. They play here on the gridiron as well. And, of course, Lamar trying to build their program. Year 3 for Terry Bowden here at ULM, Desmond. And, man, I tell you, I keep talking about it, but it's true. For the first time in a while, there's some excitement for this ULM team. And Lamar, you know, it is what it is, coming off a 1-10 season, but they have some hopes.
Definitely playing a team in Lamar that's in rebuilding mode, and you can kind of feel that ULM feels more like, hey, they can win now.
Well, for ULM, you thought there might be a tad bit of a honeymoon coming off that Army win, and you certainly deserve to celebrate that one. Lamar got all the way down into the red zone their first possession, attempted that fake field goal. That was unsuccessful, and so second drive here for Lamar. Little quick screen, and the guy who's been very busy so far in this one is Fusilier as he makes that catch. He runs it out just past the 15-yard line. Is Tillery down there for ULM.
Yeah, Luke came up a little bit slow there. He came up and made the tackle there as well. You've seen a lot of quick game from Lamar. They don't want the rush to be a factor in this game, it looks like. And ULM coming out with the more of the base. They haven't brought a lot of pressure so far. I'm interested to see if they start heating them up a little bit.
That defensive line had such a great week last week against Army. As the handoff goes quickly to the right, transfer Griffin, and he's eaten alive in the backfield. I see Jalen Ware first there.
Jalen Ware lived in the backfield last week as well. And, man, a defensive coordinator loves when a defensive line can get penetration. It just makes the linebacker's job that much easier.
It was Ware had that fumble recovery. That first trip Army had into the red zone last week. Had the fumble recovery, 9 tackles, 1.5 for loss. Wilmer Hines Community College standout, the Eagles over there. And they have high expectations for here. Third down and short here for Lamar.
Another third and manageable for Lamar. They're keeping them in striking distance.
Back to throw is Coleman. Coleman going to run with it. Trying to find some room, but he runs right into the arms of a couple of ULM defenders. Aiden Huntington.
It's going to bring a fourth down. Sorry, Chris. And you had the feeling it was coming. ULM hadn't brought pressure much tonight, and right on cue, they bring the safety off the edge to force the quarterback to flush.
So ULM forcing a punt, loss of 1 on that play. And punt formation.
So look for special teams. A lot of times when you got the FBS versus the FCS matchup, special teams is where you see the discrepancies.
Alfonso De Leon with the punt. Pretty solid punt. Fair catch taken at the 38-yard line, or 39 for Bugs Mortimer. And ULM will have the football back. 3:25 to play in the first quarter. ULM's offense back on the field next.
Wow, you guys did great with this place. Yeah. And it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our Best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. No, actually, the mild spiciness of the jalapeno peppers. No, it's the crispy chicken. Actually, I can't decide. It's the entire sandwich.
Hey, my name's Liam, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that it's so creamy. The pimento cheese has the great flavor, but it also lets everything else on the sandwich elevate it. That takes it up to another level. It's the best.
With college football on ESPN+, you get the defending champs, Boomer Sooner, the Horned Frogs, Death Valley, the Swamp. It's the best teams and the biggest conferences. Can you believe this? And so much college football action from across the country. So sign up now at ESPNplus.com.
Back here in Monroe, here's a look at the first-year head coach, Pete Rosamondo, who comes from Charlotte as an offensive line coach there. Known as a program builder, Desmond, and they feel really confident that he can turn this Lamar program around.
Yeah, he talked about how, winning is an attitude, but unfortunately losing is also an attitude, and it's going to take time to break that attitude to get unused to losing.
So Hunter Herring back to work, 6'4", 228-pound sophomore. Plenty of time. They're going to take a shot down the field. Pass is caught by Tyrone Howell, but he's out of bounds.
Yeah, and so for Ty, he's got to give his quarterback, his young quarterback, more of a target. He won, but he want to be towards the numbers there, so his quarterback can drop it in the bucket for him. So yeah, that's just too small of a target.
Tyrone Howell on the Bolitnikoff watch list, the Senior Bowl watch list. He had 9 catches, 67 yards in that game-winning catch. Here's some room for the running game for ULM, and this time it's Hunter Smith. That is the feature back on this drive, and he has himself a first down.
Yeah, he needs to buy his offensive lineman lunch. They're running the counter, you get a kick and a wrap, and he's hitting that hole full speed.
An offensive line was fantastic. We'll talk about some of the key guys. Plenty of time here for Hunter Herring. He's going to take off, and he's going to get inside that 40-yard line. Nice use of his feet, which is a big part of his game.
Yep, and how about him directing Hunter Smith to go from pass to blocking for him so he can turn that into a profitable first down and put second and short.
Well, Coach Cubic likes to have a 6'4" quarterback who can take some of those hits. The handoff there to Smith. And, what's amazing about Hunter Smith, he had 2 carries in his career until last week against Army when he had 103 yards. Of course, that big 62-yard touchdown.
Yeah, and for a young quarterback, you can't tell that this is his first start. He actually has command of the offense, very calm and poised in the pocket so far.
Once again, that read option hands for Smith. And I tell you what, you mentioned it during the break, but this Lamar team, they're playing hard. And right now, as you see with now 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter, no score. This Lamar defense, they're playing with a little bit of an edge right now.
Yeah, I can speak from experience. They play football in the Southland Conference. It's just the depth that gets to them eventually.
Here comes the pass using the tight end Nolan Quinlan with the catch that time. As they move that pocket, and Quinlan with that catch, his first of the ball game, and Quinlan with his first catch on the season.
Yep, Quinlan, you'll see him a lot in the counter and blocking game. This time he fakes the block and puts him out in the flats. Great throw on time to once again cash in on first down. Or
3rd
down.
and 5, and a keeper this time. As Herring keeps it, it's going to be very close to that first down, but this may be 4-down territory for UL. No, it is a first
Moving
down.
The chains. Coach Cubic talked about that. He's got the body frame where they can use him as a third runner, right? He's got that Tim Tebow type wideness, so he'll run the QB power. He lowered his shoulder there.
Minute to go here in this. Of course, the clock does not stop on first downs now. That's one change, and a timeout looks like going to be taken here by Lamar.
Timeout. Lamar. First charge timeout of the half.
Yeah.
This is a 30-second timeout.
Defense coordinator didn't like what he saw as far as personnel. A lot of times they didn't have the right package on the field, and he didn't want to give up anything cheap to ULM because at this point, as a defense, you're thinking, hey, let's hold them to 3. They're in scoring position, but it's a heck of a difference between 3 and 7. And you want to stay within striking distance.
Drew Chris, the defensive coordinator for Lamar, as this is a 1st and 10, 56 seconds remaining. Mentioned the Southland Conference. Of course, you're a 2-time All-American out of McNeese State, and This is the 17th all-time meeting, but, for Lamar, they tested the waters with the WAC back in the Southland Conference, and I think that's just a great fit for Lamar.
They actually came back to the Southland my junior year, and it was an instant rivalry.
Well, they did not have a program there for a while, as there's head coach Terry Bowden, his third season as ULM head coach. You see the 184 wins, 7th most among active head coaches. Play action, pass over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Howell on that slant.
They tried the RPO. He could hand it to the tailback, but he's trying to see what that safety or linebacker is doing. And he had a hole there, just a little too high. Speaking of Coach Terry Bowden, he mentioned during an interview, for the last 50 years, there's been a Bowden head coaching somewhere.
I tell you, getting to talk to him is just an absolute treat. Of course, he had to talk about Dion a little bit.
Absolutely.
30-year anniversary of Coach Bobby Bowden. Here's Hunter Smith around that left side. He may take it to the house at the 1. Did he get in? Yes!
Looks like it.
Touchdown, Hunter Smith.
That is just great vision right there. That actually started off play side. He bounced it all the way back out the back door, which is why you got to stay home if you're a backside defensive lineman. Credit that offensive line.
Second touchdown of the year for Smith. That time, what a great read by him.
Yep, nothing there front side. Oh, this door's closed, but you know what? The door's open backside, so let me hit that.
He had one guy to beat. That was Raymond Stevens, who he kind of ran over there to get that touchdown at the end. So the PAT will be attempted here by McCormick as we wait for the all clear from the replay booth. It looks like we may take a look at this one.
Yeah, we got to talk to the
play of a touchdown called on the field is under video review.
Yeah, we got to speak to the replay officials earlier, and they're just going to take a little closer look at this anytime it's something questionable, and they hope to make it expedited. But man, back to that last play, it's just that's tough because you're on the opposite side of where the play's going, and you just want to run and make a play there, Chris. But you got to stay home until he declares himself passing line of scrimmage.
27-yard touchdown run as it stands right now. Our referee is Bruce Austin there. Replay official is Carl Logan. And they'll take a look at this play. 43 seconds. First look.
Ooh, nothing. Yep. Something.
And here is when contact. Boy, he hit that pylon.
He hit the pylon. He was in bounds when he took off. From that angle, it looks like 6. How about the little stutter step there? You see how he switches the ball to his hand. Now, if he kept that ball, the ball hit the pylon. Did he have control? Maybe they're saying that he lose control. No?
Hunter Smith,
all right, this should be a good shot right here if we track it. Watch him change. Like he hits it, he's going to switch hands.
Yeah, this is the angle right here.
Yep.
You'll see.
Change his
Stevens
hands.
coming on. Stevens.
Oh, he lost the ball. He lost control right before he'd hit the pylon.
And, of course, that would bring potentially a touchback into play as well if it goes through the end zone. They're looking at a lot of different things here. Yeah, you see the ball kind of come loose, but it looked like he had it when he hit the ground.
Yeah, this is the angle that they're probably looking at right now. And let's see, he's got possession.
Here's the
ruling
call.
on the field of a touchdown stands.
Yep, there you go.
I think he actually used that pylon to help him.
Exactly. I think the pylon is what knocked the ball out of his hand.
I don't know that I've ever seen that before, but it stands, and you noticed it wasn't confirmed. It stands, so there was not enough to overturn it. But it's ULM who strikes first. 43 seconds left in this first quarter.
Cashing in on a great drive altogether. Converted a third down there. Stayed on schedule the entire time. So that's going to be a confidence builder for that first-time starter in Herring.
9 plays and 60 yards on that drive for ULM as that offensive line got some push. And the extra point sails through from McCormick. And ULM strikes first against Lamar, trying to get to the 2-0 mark for the first time since 2018. As another nice drive engineered by the quarterback, Hunter Herring.
Yeah, used as a runner and as a passer there. See that counter once again starting off. Breaks back all the way against the grain, and he hits pay dirt. You love to see it. And then, of course, you got to celebrate with your big offensive line. You notice the offensive line always run up and tight because they call them overworked, underappreciated. So they know if they run to the running back, they're going to get put on TV. It's a strategy. I've been there.
You got to shout out Keydrell Lewis, the right tackle. He was named by College Football Network in the National Team of the Week, rated out at 84% in 64 snaps against Army. So that offensive line did a great job last week against the Black Knights. Kickoff will go into the end zone, so a touchback, and Lamar will start at the 25-yard line. They'll start into this ball game.
Yeah, very important here for Lamar. They want to keep this competitive. They want to have a possession drive, meaning they want to get at least a couple of first downs, because what you don't want is to put your defense right back on the field after that long, draining drive that ULM just had.
Took 2:42 off the clock, 9 plays, 60 yards. And here comes Robert Coleman and his offense onto the field. He's a perfect 5 for 5, 48 yards so far. And he's also run it 3 times for 13 yards. Coming off the loss to Idaho last week at home. See how many plays they can get off as this first quarter starts to roll its way. As they'll start with that ground game. And this is Harris with the carry, his first carry of the ball game, the 6'2", 220-pound sophomore from Killeen, Texas.
Yeah, they come out in 2 tight, so it's like, yeah, we know that we're running, but we're going to run it, and they just collapsed that left side there to put him in the second and short.
8 carries for 8 yards last week, 1 catch for Demaje Harris. And we'll see if they get another playoff here or not. They're not in a big hurry as Coleman brings his offense to the line, and that's probably going to be it. Yep. So Lamar, the clock is at 0, and now that hear the whistles, they'll blow it dead, and that is the end of the first quarter. ULM, kind of a slow start to this ball game for both teams, but you see the big playability for ULM.
Absolutely. And they cashed in with points, and now can they stay within striking distance? Lamar Cardinals.
7-0 ULM. Second quarter is next.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Interesting piece. Let me bring in my expert.
So many scratches.
Those are from my car keys.
Such a rich history. This won't do well at auction, but at AT&T, it's worth a brand new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5.
Wait, really? What about this?
AT&T's deal is back. Wow. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 with a Galaxy phone trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. It's the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. Nice. Discover how Ram powers all the lives you live during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get $4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks. See your Ram dealer today.
On Season 6 of Fansville, it's the last year of college football as we know it.
What's going on?
The road to the playoff is expanding.
To 12 lanes.
Rivalries are crumbling.
Why are you leaving?
TV revenue. We wouldn't understand.
So we're just not rivals anymore?
Tensions are rising.
Where's the flag?
These refs should be criminally investigated. Do something!
Because this season, things are heating up.
What's happening, Sheriff?
It's a transfer portal. It's out of control.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Eat pretzels. Eat more pretzels. Watch movies. Watch more movies. Get airline miles. Get One Key Cash. Book in-app to earn One Key Cash on top of your airline miles.
Ready to go in the second quarter here in Monroe. They got the Talons out, Desmond.
Yeah, Talons are out. Look at my man Andy chasing there in the end zone. He got great footage of that touchdown last week against Army on his cell phone. But ULM are definitely happy getting able to cash in right now to get an early lead against Lamar.
Andy is a good one, man. Good to see a lot of students in the house. As over 18,000 here last week for that win over Army, and ULM trying to get to 2-0 for the first time since 2018. As Lamar has it first and 10, or excuse me, second down and 2. They tried to get a playoff before the end of that first quarter, but could not. So second down and 2 here for Lamar.
Press coverage at the bottom of the screen.
So the handoff faked there to Harris, and now Coleman in trouble. He's going to be hit and brought down, as I saw Kennard Snyder there pushing down Coleman in the backfield. As that's a loss, and here comes third down. Jatarius Evans there as well.
Yeah, that defensive line and linebacker group are starting to win those battles up front. He was, messed up whether he gave it to the running back or pulled it.
So it's third down and 5 here. Another tackle for loss for ULM.
Notice ULM is adjusted to that quick game. Now they're playing pressed at the top right now with their cornerbacks and safeties.
Coleman takes the snap here. He has some time, steps up into that pocket, hits his man, and this is Jones. Jones gets it out past the 40-yard line, and that's a first down for Lamar. Yeah. There was a lot of yak that time from Isaiah Jones.
Yep, and great read by Robert Coleman. He starts off play side, doesn't see what he wants, so he works his way through his possessions. He worked all the way across the field on that drag right there, and just too much grass for that defender to have to cover to try to get him.
Already the 4th receiver that he's hit. We were told he was going to try to spread the ball around a bit. He's also 6 for 6 now to start the ball game passing.
Quietly 6 for 6.
So a fresh set of downs here as they hand it off this time. And it doesn't go for much, just a couple of yards that time as they stick with that running game at Harris.
Yeah, just good old power football right there. Line up, lead blocker, and see if we can blow you off the ball. And ULM was there, stayed home, and great job by the linebacker filling there.
So far, 3 of 5 on third down is ULM. 2 for 3 is Lamar in this first half of play. And they try to move the clock a little bit. Play action here for Coleman. He keeps it on the bottom of your screen. That was such a good play fake as he tried to throw it there at the end, but it goes incomplete.
Looked like they went unbalanced there. Overloaded that right side, and the quarterback does the play action, rolls out. He had a guy. It's tough to throw that ball on the rope there on the run.
First incompletion. It was a heck of a play fake. Fooled us and our cameraman as well. That was a great fake from Coleman. So it brings up a third down and 9 here. See if this ULM defense can get off the field. On third down here, Coleman under some duress, passes. Oh, what a great pass over the middle as he has his man Fusilier again inside the 35 of ULM.
Yeah, ULM with a 2 deep safety look there, and it's the middle of the field is going to be what you want to attack when you have the 2 deep safeties, and that's exactly what they did on that post route. But how about the protection? He had time to sit in the pocket, work his way through his progressions. So the offensive line right now for Lamar is holding up pretty good.
23-yard play that time. So once again into ULM territory, Lamar. No points to show for it yet as Harris is hit and dropped. There is a penalty marker on the play as Snyder stopped that handoff very quickly.
Yeah, and on the run, usually that's a holding call when you see that thrown in those situations. Lamar's kind of got an MO they're starting to develop now. On first down, they're lining up in too tight, and they're pounding the ball and picking up to pick up some positive yards to open up the second down. And they're okay with being in third down situations as long as it's third and manageable.
Bruce Austin, our referee, sorting things out here. What a start for Coleman, though. 7 for 8, 83 yards.
It's an exercise in patience right now.
Holding. Defense, number 97. Okay. 10 yards from the previous spot. Automatic First
Now,
down.
let me explain that. What do they mean by that? Usually when they're starting to do this more and more, but when you're getting too tight, you're probably going to have some double teams going on the defensive line. And you want to try to keep your linebackers clean. So a defensive tackle is actually coached to grab on to one of those guys that are doubling you. And that's Earl Barquette Jr. that's going to grab. And he's going to hold on to try to keep his linebackers free. Well, now the referees are calling holding if you hold an offensive lineman.
So a penalty there against ULM and a fresh set of downs for Lamar. In the play fake for Coleman. He's going deep towards the end zone, but way overthrows his intended receiver, which was Andre Dennis there.
Yeah, actually, ULM actually had a better shot at that. They tried to run the pump fake and run the wheel route up top, and great job by the defender of being in position.
Yeah.
And that was
Trevor Randall who was closest to it.
Yeah, he ran the route better than the wide receiver, which is what they teach you.
So second down and 10. As Lamar running clock here as well. They've had the football since that final minute of the first quarter, so approaching 6 minutes on this drive for the Cardinals. Man in motion, and the snap goes to the receiver Dennis coming around as he takes it into the red zone. And down near that 15-yard line. How about that direct snap? It almost looked like it was not intentional for a second, but Andre Dennis takes off with it.
Yeah, and that's just, a simple jet sweep look. Get it to your athlete running full speed in space, and if you got man, somebody's trying to trail him. And if you got zone, then somebody's got to try to adjust to pick him up on the play side. So regardless, they got it to him in space, and he made a good play to make it a third, and once again, a third and manageable, which Lamar, they're being patient. They're not trying to get it all in one chunk. They're happy with 3 yards a pop at this point.
And I would imagine this might be 4-down territory for them here on third down and about 3 after that 6-yard carry from Dennis. Coleman, he's flushed. He can run. We got a holding call. It's coming back. He gets inside the 10, and there was a rain of yellow hankies back there in the backfield, and that's going to come back.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate for Lamar, that is, because he had some green grass.
Holding. 65 offense. 10 yards. Remains third down.
Maybe he had the green grass because of the holding, which is why that left side collapsed like that.
Jacob DeSherry there penalized. I hate offensive linemen. Every time we focus in, it's after a mistake.
Right. Overworked, underappreciated.
Yeah. As a big guy, I take.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand. So it breaks up the Lamar Cardinals here on third down. That was their first penalty of the ball game.
And they're behind the chains for the first time this game.
Third down, 13 yards to go here. Coleman finds his receiver, but not much going to be there as that pass.
Yeah, well, actually, that's a great pickup for them. They run the screen there, Chris, and they let that rush get up the field and slip the running back into the flats, and he gets some linemen in front of him, and he makes it a fourth and manageable.
So it's
third and manageable, unless they change it. Yep, fourth and manageable, and they're going for the points.
So fourth down, and that'll bring in their kicker, Chris, as Skeeta back out. Now, last time it was the holder, Major Bowden, that attempted a pass. It was intercepted by Austin Goffney. This time the kick is up, and he missed it.
Yeah.
He missed it wide left.
Interesting. So I would have took the points there, and I would have took the points last time here. So we got 7-0 right now, ULM over Lamar here on the Bayou.
Saving this goat done took over our office.
And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for Prime. Yeah. Did you just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time. Aflac. Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here?
Aflac. Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac
is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our Best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off-season?
Little Caesars taste so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
Three best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza pounds for life.
The off-season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new 4-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza.
Well, head coach for Lamar, his first season, Coach Rosamondo. Central Connecticut State, his last head coaching gig.
Yeah.
Program builder, New Haven. He built that Division II school. He's got to be pleased, his team hanging in here.
Yeah, so far, they're averaging over 2 yards a carry. It's been a couple of situations on fourth down where you think they would have left their offensive line on the field and actually go for that.
So ULM with the football, 1st and 10 after the 32-yard field goal was missed by Lamar. It's a couple of opportunities they've had to score. Now some running room here for Woolard as he tiptoes the sideline and gets out of bounds near the 35. That's a gain of 14.
How about the stiff arm, though, Chris? Did you see him hit him with the back, give me 50 feet? Check him out. They collapsed that left side.
And now they're going to move as...
Quick, going fast.
They want to go fast as Hunter Herring rolls out and has his man. And it's caught by Justin Kimber out near midfield.
Justin Kimber running a great route there. Gets the DB to open up his hips. Once he opens up his hip, Kimber just sets it down. He had about a 5-yard cushion there for his quarterback to throw him the ball.
Kimber, a Texas. He's from Arlington, Texas. They're going fast again. This time the handoff goes to Woolard. He runs over a man inside that 45-yard line, and we'll see if they continue to go fast, Desmond.
Yeah, they're starting to get some rhythm here, feeling themselves. They've got Lamar off key right now. They're not knowing how to stop the run or the pass.
Shotgun formation, of course, again. He's going to keep it on the RPO, and he's hitting the backfield, so Hunter Herring might have made the wrong read that time.
Yeah, that was an RPO. Probably should have gave it. He saw what he thought was going to be an open slant, and maybe there was a delayed guy drop into that window. Check it out. And it was the jumper. The jumper got into his vision, and he didn't want to let that ball go and get tipped.
Fode Jallo on that sack that time. The senior. That's a loss for ULM as Herring will look towards that sideline here. What are they looking for when they look over there towards that sideline in that situation?
They're getting signals. They're getting protection calls, and the quarterback's going to adjust it at the line.
Blake Lock under 5. He'll take it. Steps up. And the pass high over there as he looks again for Kimber. But he was out of bounds when he made that catch.
And sometimes they're getting they'll just call it replay. So keep the play that we've got called, or they'll give them a new play. And once good stop there to force an errant pass. It was a small window he had to throw that ball into, if any.
Brings up 4th down and 5 here for ULM. And, you know, this is kind of close to potentially 4-down territory, but they're going to try to pin Lamar back and rely on this ULM defense who's pitching a shutout so far.
Yeah, and Lamar has been able to move the ball. They just haven't been able to cash on points right now, so you definitely want to pin them back and make them have to drive the length of the field. But, hey, look out. They're within 1 possession now, and they're about to get the ball back.
Yep, Gilboa in punt formation. He put 2 inside the 20 last week.
Delay a game. Kicking team number 52. 5 yards, remains 4th down.
Now, was that strategic or just maybe coach was thinking about going forward? And it took a little longer to get his specialty group on the field.
I want to back him up, so that's probably a little more room to work with potentially here.
He's a heck of a weapon, though.
He is a great punter. 5'11", 204, the sophomore from Lafayette on the South Side High School down there. As the punt is away. And it's a good one. Angling towards that sideline. Fair catch made at the 6. You can't beat that.
Nope.
So backed up are the Cardinals. 7:54 to play in the first half. Lamar back on offense, but pinned deep.
Bravo!
For buying a treadmill?
You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase.
Yeah.
And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
What's in your wallet?
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
Being the best takes hard work. It takes early mornings, planning, precision, sweat, sacrifice, and teamwork. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in their game. Old Dominion Freight Line, helping the world keep promises.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you order a special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
They're really good.
Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzel.
Well, an Indian there. Odes of the NLU Indians.
Yeah, the OG mascot there. Never forget, people.
Oh, yeah. Tell you what, 30 years now. I was looking 30 years now. ULM has an FBS program now. Of course, Lamar out of the FCS. But Lamar pinned back deep after a great punt from Gilbo as the handoff goes straight up the middle. And again, the running game from Griffin. And Griffin has a first down. Immediately, you're all of a sudden not in the shadow of your own goalpost.
Yeah, you got to love that. How about the holes being opened up there by Lamar's offensive line? The backers, they pulled the trigger. They saw clear and they both shot, and the running back adjusted to that very well.
This team, Desmond, averaging just over 3 yards a carry, and they have to be pretty pleased with what they've done with that running game.
Absolutely, you'd like to see them go for it if they get another 4th and 2, considering that.
See if they stay with that ground and pound, just some I formation handoff that time. Griffin with a nice spin move as he gets past that 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, clock continues to run. As long as Lamar stays in this ball game, Desmond, the more confidence they're going to be getting.
Absolutely, they're going to become more and more of a problem. Once again, first down, power football. They're lining up in too tight and just pounding that rock.
Glenn Griffin, last week 14 carries, 42 yards and a touchdown in their loss to Idaho. Now 2nd down and 7 as they'll look towards the sideline and get the play.
And so is ULM. ULM changes their defense to match them changing their play.
Mentioned Griffin, of course, the transfer from Rice, preseason all Sun Belt. Pass over the middle. That one's caught, and some running near this near side for Jones as Jones goes the wrong direction as it was sniffed out well.
They tried to run the screen, and he ends up running backwards. It got dangerous there for a second because ULM was running man at the bottom. And a lot of times, if you're running man coverage, you're running with your receiver, and you're not looking to try to go in and run support.
A.J. Watts, who, of course, had that big pass breakup interception to seal that victory last week against Army there on defense. Now a 3rd down and 8 for this Lamar team, and they're taking their time right now as that play clock is at 5. Coleman takes that snap. He's looking towards this near side pass. That's a great pass, but right off the hands of his intended target over there, Dennis.
Yeah, they run the speed out And that pass was made more difficult by the defensive end winning and flashing on the quarterback's eyes at the last minute. Otherwise, he probably gets to set his feet and make a better pass and won't catch the ball.
Simeon Hines there on defense, and now punt formation for Lamar. Alfonso De Leon will come out the punt. You see Bugs Mortimer there back deep. And you mentioned the difference, FCS, FBS. You see it on defense. There's the punt block. It's blocked by ULM, recovered in the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks.
Right on cue, Chris. You were just talking about FBS, FCS special teams. They have more scholarship players that they can put on the special teams than the FCS schools, and my second string guy is usually better than your second string guy. There's walk-ons generally for FCS on special teams.
Watch number 2, Tristan Driggers coming through, and actually, no, it was Driggers who jumped on it, covered it up, but a punt block there, and ULM gets a special teams touchdown. That's going to make Terry Bowden very, very happy.
Yeah, Coach Bowden actually loves that. It's bonus when your special teams can put some points on there for you.
Point after touchdown by McCormick is good, and it's a 2-touchdown lead for ULM as they get the punt block. We'll talk more about that and how it happened. ULM up by 2 scores.
Bravo!
For buying a treadmill?
You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase.
Yeah.
And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
What's in your wallet?
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
Being the best takes hard work. It takes early mornings, planning, precision, sweat, sacrifice, and teamwork. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in their game. Old Dominion Freight Line, helping the world keep promises.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you order a special delivery.
That seems like a lot.
They're really good.
Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzel.
Happy cheerleaders for ULM after a special teams play here, and we identified the hand. That was Carlin Vigors with that punt block. That was that missed pass before the block punt, but special teams can always make the difference in games like this.
Yeah, that can just take the air right out of your opponent. Being able to steal points is what we call it, right before half at that.
Another touchback, and Lamar will have it 14-0, but it was Vigors. Of course, Vigors had that fumble recovery that set up the game-winning touchdown drive last week, and here he makes a play on special teams.
Yeah, Vigors has turned into what we call a force multiplier. He's ball hungry. This is a good football player. Made a lot of plays last year as well. So now this sets up an interesting situation because you're pinned deep. Lamar's been able to move the ball, but they have not been able to cash in. And what they don't want to do is give ULM the ball back with an opportunity to go 2 for 1 because they get the ball at half.
And junior Tristan Driggers covers it up in the end zone for a touchdown. Transfer from Kilgore Junior College. He was a top 10 JUCO product coming out from ESPN. And Driggers, there's a look at Driggers right here, back on defense. And you know that's good for your confidence when a defensive guy can score a touchdown.
Oh, absolutely.
So back on offense, Lamar, who's put together a pretty solid first half. The ground game has been working for them. And there's, once again, that Rice transfer, Kellen Griffin, as Kellen Griffin picks up a few.
Yeah, you try a little outside zone. So things change drastically for Lamar when they don't pick up positive yards on first down. You've noticed that the successful drives they've had, they've been able to come out, run too tight first down, get 5-6 yards. And it keeps them ahead of the chains, keep the pressure off of their quarterback.
Right there at Aiden Huntington. And, of course, Aiden Huntington, a transfer from Kent State. We're talking with Coach Terry Bound about him and how big of a pickup he was when they saw him in the transfer portal. See him trying to get to the quarterback. Long pass. What a pass. Is it caught? No, it's intercepted.
Pick.
ULM, 5 turnovers last week. They get a pick there.
And rolling on the field is an interception recovered by the defense.
And Lamar tried to do something sneaky.
Intercepted by the defense.
They try to do something sneaky. They run unbalanced. They have the two tights lined up on the same side. And they run a little concept with those tight ends and try to hit ULM up the seam. Notice at the bottom, there's 2 tight ends at the bottom of the screen.
I didn't think this was a bad throw, to be honest with you.
It was a great throw. He just didn't. He caught it, but didn't catch it clean. And that's a ball-hungry Harris right there. He took his cookies.
That was Ja'Cory Hyder, who was the intended recipient. I thought he had it there for a moment.
He didn't catch it clean there, Chris.
Max Harris, the Montgomery, Alabama native, he comes out with that pick. Had 6 tackles last week. He gets his first pick. And now back on offense. How about this takeaway defense for ULM these first couple of weeks?
Yeah, now they're at 6 for the year.
And here comes Hunter Smith. He jukes his way into Lamar territory.
Hey, without that, once again, Hunter Smith with the great vision. He's going to be on film. The defensive coordinator's going to say, hey, y'all better stay home if y'all backside. Starts off front side, makes a good cut, nothing there. Puts the brakes on, goes all the way to the opposite side. Without that trip up, he's going to hit the sideline and hit his head on the goalpost.
Only 2 carries before last week's game against Army. And a nice put the biscuit in the basket. As Tyrone Howe says, you're too small. That's the first catch for Ty Howe.
Tyrone Howe is the guy. Just runs that right up the rail. Quarterback puts it on the back shoulder. That's mine. That's a tough play to defend, especially when you're in that trail position, because you don't want to get called for the pass interference by running into them if they underthrow the ball.
Davis really no chance. Is Herring going to keep it this time? Getting some confidence right now, and lowering the shoulder, taking it to the 10-yard line.
Let's talk about that offensive line. ULM at this point is averaging 7.7 yards a carry on the ground. They're dominating the trenches, and they run the QB power. They've got an extra blocker there.
We're starting to see a confident West Monroe native Hunter Herring here as he and his offense starting to go downhill as we close out this first half here, trying to punch it in one more time. They're at the 11. They can't get a first down at the 10. Smith standing beside him, averaging over 10 yards a carry so far. He'll get the first down there, Desmond, so we got a first and goal situation here.
Yeah, and they're going to, if you can score, you want to score, but they're not mad about taking their time with scoring right now. They don't want to give Lamar too long if they're able to get points here to put a drive together before half. And once again, to reiterate, ULM will get that ball coming out of half.
Hunter Herring, West Monroe, and a Ouachita Christian. Handoff again for Smith. Kicks it to the outside, spinning down near the 1.
Just more great vision by Hunter Smith there. Solid up front. Doesn't have to stop his feet until he gets past the line of scrimmage.
There's Jalen Freeman, 0 there, coming from behind to finish off that tackle and save a touchdown. So now it is 2nd down and goal from the 1. Do we see that big package here?
We do see it.
We might.
We see Aiden Hutchinson in there.
Aiden Huntington, the transfer from Kent State. He doesn't get the carry, but boy, does he open up a big hole.
Yep.
And a touchdown from Thad Franklin Jr.
You've got your 6'1", 300-pound defensive lineman in there at fullback. They call that truck monster, and he's out there monster trucking people. And you got to love it when you give your guys a chance to have fun out there.
West Park, Florida native, the Miami transfer, as he finds that end zone again. It's 20-0 ULM. First ULM touchdown for Thad Franklin Jr.
And they've railed off 20 unanswered points there. Not the prettiest start for ULM, but they've definitely cleaned it up here in that middle eight is what they call it.
McCormick adds the PAT, so 2:17 to play in this first half, and ULM creating some separation. Looking to go 2-0. We keep talking about it, but it's been a while. Looking to go 2-0 for the first time since 2018. They got some backs, boys.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the two largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're standing at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Hold on. Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. It's the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. Nice. Discover how Ram powers all the lives you live during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get $1,500 bonus cash allowance on 2023 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy-duty pickups. See your Ram dealer today.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you build an all-pretzel pantry with a biometric security system. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
On Season 6 of Fansville, it's the last year of college football as we know it.
What's going on? The road to the playoff is expanding.
To 12 lanes!
Rivalries are crumbling.
Why are you leaving?
TV revenue. We wouldn't understand.
So we're just not rivals anymore?
Tensions are rising.
Where's the flag?
These refs should be criminally investigated. Do something!
Because this season, things are heating up.
What's happening, Sheriff?
It's a transfer portal. It's out of control.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Back here at Malone Stadium in Monroe, Warhawks tack on another touchdown. Miami transfer Thad Franklin Jr., 6 plays, 63 yards. 3-touchdown lead now for the Warhawks. And this time it's a muff on the kickoff return.
Yeah.
And not much there on the return for Harris, as they'll start inside their own 20-yard line. Lamar down by 3 scores. You got 2:13 remaining until halftime for Lamar. We have to find something positive here.
What they need to do is get into this half and stop the bleeding. So we're in what they call the middle eight. The last 4 minutes of the first half and then the second 4 minutes of the second half are so important for these football teams. And you've noticed in ULM, they've turned it up during that middle eight. And Lamar, they're starting to drift away. Because they have double the time of possession as ULM at one point in this game. And you can't tell it by the scoreboard because they haven't been able to cash on those 2 fourth downs. So they got 0 points.
So Coleman, who has not played badly at all here in this first half, will run that jet sweep this time and trying to get Dennis involved in that offense. But not a whole lot there for him.
No, not a whole lot. Got some positive yards, but if they get 3 yards on first down, Lamar's happy. They're staying. They want to set up a third and manageable.
ULM, first charge timeout of the half. This is a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, so you've noticed in the way they're running their offense, they haven't taken many deep shots. They're not trying to have their quarterback taking too many chances for ULM to pick that ball up. The one time they did go deep, it was intercepted. Mm-hmm. And I could argue that the receiver actually caught the ball. He just didn't catch it clean. But so they're lining up in too tight on first down, pounding it, second down. Maybe they'll throw a quick game, and then they're trying to set up a third and manageable.
Here's a look ahead for ULM, of course, next week. They'll be down in College Station taking on Texas A&M. Then, tell you what, those games, App State, South Alabama back-to-back at home, are going to be gigantic for ULM. Then, of course, Texas State, Georgia Southern. Next week, it's reuniting between Jimbo Fisher and Terry Bowden.
Yeah.
He recruited him at quarterback.
That was his first quarterback. Coach Terry Bowden told us that was the first quarterback he recruited.
He ever recruited.
He's like, I'm aging myself here.
After the timeout, pass is caught as once again his favorite targets is Fusilier as he makes that catch.
Yep, just runs that curl route, sits it right down in that hole. Quarterback makes a good pass on time.
Tell you what, Coleman has showed a lot of poise in that pocket so far. Even the interception I thought was a pretty good throw.
Yeah, it was on time, on schedule. And here we go, back on schedule, first down, power running. They're getting a great push up front. Check out that offensive line. They're like running a sled drill right now. He just patiently picks his spot, and then when daylight opens, he hits it.
I do love taking that time out, though, if you're Terry Bowden and you have so much confidence in your defense to make a stop, maybe try to tack on something else before halftime.
Absolutely.
Now, plenty of time, but that pocket collapses.
I'm going to go that man again.
James Smith gets pressure on, and that's sack.
It looked like one of those National Geographic shows where like a lion tackles a gazelle the way he jumped on that quarterback.
ULM.
And ULM, Coach Bowden still, he got him in the third long.
Charge timeout and lead.
He still wants that ball back. He wants to give his offense another shot at it. Because think about it. They can go down here and score. Oh, here's that sack. And watch him just launch. Hey, notice they're coached to not land on top of the quarterback with their body weight.
Please reset the game clock to 1:13, please. 1:13 on the game clock.
Using a lot of those defensive linemen. James Smith, the redshirt freshman, had one tackle last week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what we're here for.
James Smith with that sack, and now minute 13 to go. You know, you get a stop here, you guarantee yourself a chance to get in field goal range potentially.
And in favorable field position with them pinned back. So, yeah, they're looking at, can we psychologically get Lamar out of here? That's what ULM's thinking right now. And points right now before half, they're going to go in a completely different headspace. Now you start thinking about, the starters start thinking about next week.
So 3rd down and 12 here for Lamar. And it looks like that defensive line going to come after. There's the handoff. And again, penetration. And not much for Harris that time, as that's a gain of 1. So 4th down coming up.
Timeout.
Yeah. And so what
ULM, last charge timeout of the half.
So all 3 timeouts.
This is a 30-second charge timeout.
Yeah, what they're doing there, Lamar just wanted to keep the clock rolling. They wanted to make ULM burn that timeout. And so now ULM's down to no timeout, so they changes the type of plays that you can call.
That was Michael Batten, by the way, got credited with that tackle. Batman, junior from Houston, Texas.
I can't highlight enough that this guy was a quarterback in D2 and won a national championship. And he said so his dad taught him the defensive side of the ball so he could be a better quarterback. And turns out he's actually a better defensive player. And he had the self-awareness to admit that. You know, most quarterbacks, they're not going to tell you, hey, I'm a quarterback. What I do.
Well, not that, but he also led his team to a national championship game too as a quarterback. And we punt formation here for Alfonso De Leon. Once again for Lamar.
I'd love to play with a quarterback that can also play linebacker. That's a different type of headspace than a general quarterback has.
Back deep, Bugs Mortimer. He'd love to get one off. The last one was blocked by Vigors. That one's going to roll past Mortimer and inside the 20. That gets a very friendly Lamar roll and inside the 20-yard line. That may change the way they call this with 56 seconds remaining in the first half.
Bugs is going to want that back, and when they're doing film study, his special teams coach, Coach Rollins, the special teams coach, is going to tell him, please, just field the ball. That saves us another 20 yards in field position there.
So back at it is ULM. De Leon with 3 punts now in this ball game, and Hunter Herring out there. We have yet to see. I know the big storyline in this ball game was the quarterback, Jaya Wright, was the starter last week. Hunter Herring, who led that comeback against Army last week in the fourth quarter. And how would you grade Hunter Herring's first half so far?
I would give him an A. He's up 20 to nothing, 21-0 right now. No turnovers. Commanding the offense.
And some running room up the middle this time as they go back to Woolard. And Woolard, he wants to keep on going. Isaiah's had a big first half as well.
And that part of like the Red Sea, running that split zone there inside. And taking what, so Hunter's been taking what the defense will give him. He's not forcing anything, which is what a lot of times when there's a quarterback controversy or there's a quarterback competition, you'll get these guys to try to press because they want to keep their position. He's not doing that.
150 yards rushing already in this ball game for ULM. As Woolard, tell you what, that was a great patience by him to take that ball up the middle.
Yep, just wait. It opens up and he's hitting it. This offensive line is they're road grading right now.
And a smart play there by Hunter Herring. Had nothing and he threw that football away.
You know what else I like? They're not forcing anything deep. You can still run the ball here with 40 seconds left, and they're doing that.
No timeouts for ULM.
They're going to need some chunk plays pretty soon, though.
Herring, he can run. He'll take it. Remember, the clock doesn't stop on first downs, but in this last 2 minutes, so he doesn't get the first down that time, so the clock's going to continue to run.
Yeah, that was going to be costly as far as time there.
Right at the coverage there for Lamar. That pass complete to Tyrone Howell, his second catch. He lost the football, but I think he was out of bounds.
And they're running the clock. They're winding that clock. They're saying that his forward progress was stopped, and that's unfortunate because it looked like he got it out. But it's going to stop for them to reset the change.
Clock stopping, and now Herring will stop the clock with 11 seconds. Now, you look at Derek McCormick, and he was 1 for 2 last week. Has not attempted one today. His career long, by the way, is 55 yards in his career.
So, in this situation, it's going to be a little – you're tempted to go for the middle of the field here. It's going to be open, but do you have enough time to run up there and spike the ball with only 11 seconds left? Probably not.
That was at his previous school, McCormick. As Herring, oh, what a great attempt there at that pass. He had Davis there for a moment, but he could not quite reel it in.
And now he's going to want that back. They had a high-low concept there. Both of the deep and the shallow wide receivers, they were both open. He just put it a little too hot for him.
Nah Davis, a transfer from Utah State.
So now with 6 seconds left, it's going to have to be shot plays.
Man, I would just say, Tyrone Howell, you run, and I'm going to throw it to you. Let's see what they want to do here.
Got a timeout for Lamar.
Timeout, Lamar.
Just wants to
Second charge, timeout of the half.
Just want to get his guys together, explain to them the situation. Explain to them the situation, what's going on. Nothing cheap, nothing deep.
Well, for Lamar, they were neck and neck in that first quarter. Remember, they had the opportunity for a field goal, chose to go with a fake. And here's Howell. He said he was still in bounds, Desmond.
It looked like his elbow hit just right before he was able to get out of bounds. Good eye there by the official. So yeah, man, we got a chance to go. I got a chance to go to practice for ULM on install day, and it was awesome seeing Coach Vic Koenig, Coach Kubik doing installs. A local product coach, Broderick Fobbs, former Grambling head coach, is here on staff. Just great vibe with the entire ULM coaching staff. A little bit of a revamp as well.
And a lightning delay during that practice on Thursday, I believe, as well, too.
Yeah. But they just were happy to be there, Chris. Even with, usually the lightning delays, it gets kind of weird because it's slowing you down, but. And I talked to one of the offensive line coach. Oh, they're excited because we're practicing on the game field today instead of on the practice field.
Mortimer, that's the previous play right through the hands of Nana Davis. Mortimer with that catch out to midfield. It's 4th down, but only one play, and this is where we'll see how strong of an arm the West Monroe native has here.
Trying to get a little cheap yards. They're going for the hard count. One of those get-back defenses covered.
Very poised Hunter Herring. He'll step up here. He's going to run. So We'll see how far he can get trying to stiff arm the defender.
Slide. He's like, I don't have that in my golf club bag there.
Well,
wow. What quarterback going in decides, hey, I'm just going to stiff arm you to the ground? That's an attitude right there. You like it.
So Hunter Herring has led his team to a 21-0 halftime lead here at Malone Stadium in Monroe. They're 30 minutes away from their first 2-0 start since that 2018 season. After a little bit of a slow start, they lead by 3 touchdowns.
Absolutely. Great ending for the ULM Warhawks. And now they're going to get it together at halftime, see if they can keep this momentum going in the second half. We're coming in from the Bayou, 21-0 ULM over Lamar.
Wow, you guys did great with this place. Yeah, and it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
Eat pretzels. Eat more pretzels. Watch movies. Watch more movies. Get airline miles. Get One Key Cash. Book in-app to earn One Key Cash on top of your airline miles.
We wanted to go to Dave & Buster's for sports and $5 bites, but we had a parent-teacher conference. So we made a trade.
Will is failing math.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Trade for $5 bites at Dave & Buster's. You know you want to.
Oh, man, the way Bryce is able to cover the whole field is incredible.
Yeah, he's really spreading it around.
You guys could help, you know.
Just doing our jobs, Bryce. Just doing our jobs.
Yeah, we're working too.
The future is threatened by enemies often unseen.
They alert, Marine.
And unexpected. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Superb racing. Yes, guys.
A double dose of Monday Night Football. On ESPN, Carr and the Saints meet Young and the Panthers. On ABC, Chubb and the Browns face Pickett and the Steelers. Saints-Panthers at 7 on ESPN. Browns-Steelers at 8 on ABC.
Well, back here in Monroe, the first half in the books. 21-0 Warhawks on top, and we might have gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, but we finished with a lot of highlights. Let's take a look at those first half highlights. Here's the fake field goal. Major Bowden with the fake throws right into the hands of Austin Goffney. That kind of gave ULM some momentum.
Yeah, Lamar's been able to move this ball all day so far until that last 4 minutes of the second half. And their head coach is going to think, should I have just left my offense on the field and went for that? There's a couple of possessions here that could be up to 14 points. Could be 21-14 at the very worst for Lamar.
Once again, Coleman scrambling out of the pocket that time. Runs into this ULM defense, which is pitching a shutout in the first half.
More of the same from last week. ULM being bend but don't break. Lamar's been able to move the ball, but when the rubber hits the road, they're getting them off of the field. And guess what else is hitting still? That running game from last week. Road grade in the offensive line has the Warhawks averaging almost 8 yards a carry right now with both of those running backs toting that thing.
7 carries, 66 yards in that first half for Smith. Plus that touchdown, his second on the season.
They showed the holding call. They tackled Aiden on that play.
Yeah, Coleman, he used his legs a lot in that first half of play. Lamar, they had success a lot in that first half. And you see, of course, that didn't last too long. And then this is the play that changed things.
Yeah. They were able to steal some points there. That's basically stealing the possession with that block, punt, and touchdown by Biggers. Just really changed the complexion of this game when that happened. Lamar never looked the same after that play. Kind of took the win. And then this play, that was a dagger. That should go for what should have been a completion and a great pass was an interception there by Max Harris, taking that away and giving the ball back. So that puts them at what? That's 7 takeaways for the season. They equaled their takeaways from the entire season last year in 2 games.
Once again, Hunter Smith doing work on the ground. He and Woolard were a great 1-2 punch, and you'll see a third running back get involved here. Now, what a great throw from this local quarterback from Honor Hearing right there to Tyrone Howell.
Yep, the big-time receiver. And then guess what? I can pass it, and I can run it. Then he does his best Tim Tebow impersonation and runs the QB power and lowers the shoulder. And then, you know what? Let's just give it back to our road grader, Hunter Smith, and see what he can do in there. Good, and offensive line is doing a good job in the pass protection and finishing it home with pay dirt. Multiple running backs getting touchdowns here.
And then Aiden Huntington paving the way that time for Thad Franklin Jr. But Hunter Herring named the starting quarterback this week by Terry Bowden. He leads his team to a 21-0 lead at halftime.
Go say, man, this coach done took over our office.
And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for Prime. Yeah. Did you just say gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time. Aflac. Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here?
Aflac. Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, man. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our Best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. It's the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. Nice. Discover how Ram powers all the lives you live during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get $4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks. See your Ram dealer today.
I will be a travel influencer.
Hey, I thought you were on vacation.
It's too expensive.
Use Priceline. They've got deals no one else has.
What about work?
I got you.
Looking great, you guys.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
To go to Dave & Buster's for sports and $5 bites, but we had a parent-teacher conference, so we made a trade.
Will is failing math.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Trade for $5 bites at Dave & Buster's. You know you want to.
Today, foodies everywhere are combining new ingredients with old favorites. That's why they're using Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning blends. They add big flavor to your favorite recipes, and that's worth sharing. Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great.
I used to watch the Heisman House every year on TV, and I'd always wonder, is it real? It's very real.
Take a little bit more up the top.
Now that I've been here a while, it's a lot like campus. We have roommates.
Hey, Caleb, just try and keep it down. It's nap time.
Of course, there's a gym.
10.
All right, people, here we go. Looking good, RG3.
No, you're looking good, RG3.
Yeah, so it's a lot like...
room, rookie.
We're doing a ticky-tock.
Pound.
Just like campus.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. That's why Ace has free in-store and curbside pickup, or even same-day delivery from your locally owned neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Well, back here inside Malone Stadium, where ULM leads at 21-0 at halftime. Chris Harris alongside the two-time All-American at McNeese State, Desmond Lighton. Look at the ULM band here at halftime. You heard some Alicia Keys down there earlier.
Some people want it all.
Here's a look at the first half stats. Now, looking at the bottom of the page first, that time of possession was really one-sided by Lamar, but ULM finished it with 11:02.
Yeah.
But they controlled the pace. Lamar did in that first quarter, but it kind of turned around in that second.
Kind of felt like Coach Peach for Lamar was trying to limit the amount of attempts that ULM was going to get to have the ball, and it fell through with that missed fake field goal. And then also, it fell through when they went for it. Well, they should have went for it, and they actually kicked the field goal and missed it. And then ULM kind of they hit the afterburners at some point. They had the block point, and then they had the interception, and the bottom dropped out of it. So the score doesn't necessarily tell the tale of this game. And that's what, Coach Pete is probably telling his team. If you're ULM, you're saying, hey, we played a dirty first half, and we're still up 21-0, and we're getting the ball. Let's come out and let's put a fork in them by putting together a good drive here.
153 rushing yards, 189 rushing yards for ULM. They had 220 last week, averaged 6.5 a carry. So far tonight, 8.2 yards a carry for that ULM offense on the ground. So 21-0 your score at halftime, with the Warhawks looking to go 2-0 for the first time since 2018. Old Southland Conference rivalry.
Look, Mom, I found one. Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the two largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, man. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. It's the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. Nice. Discover how Ram powers all the lives you live during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get $1,500 bonus cash allowance on 2023 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy-duty pickups. See your Ram dealer today.
Driven to serve.
And completing the final touches to the all-new Red McCombs Hyundai and Red McCombs Hyundai Northwest. Don't miss the final days of the pre-grand opening sale. Got to go pricing on San Antonio's largest used car selection. Cars, trucks, SUVs, budget buys to luxury vehicles. It's a win-win. See red, save green. Final days pre-grand opening at Red McCombs Hyundai Northwest and Red McCombs Hyundai.
The future is threatened by enemies often unseen.
Stay alert, Marine.
And unexpected. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical, because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
I used to watch the Heisman House every year on TV. And I'd always wonder, is it real? It's very real.
Take a little bit more up the top.
Now that I've been here a while, it's a lot like campus. We have roommates.
Hey, Caleb, just try and keep it down. It's nap time.
Of course, there's a gym.
10.
All right, people, here we go. Looking good, RG3.
No, you're looking good, RG3.
Yeah, so it's a lot like...
room, rookie. We're doing a ticky-tock.
Pound.
Just like campus.
Today, foodies everywhere are combining new ingredients with old favorites. That's why they're using Tony Chachere's famous Creole seasoning blends. They add big flavor to your favorite recipes, and that's worth sharing. Tony Chachere's makes everything taste great.
Well, back here in Monroe at half, 21-0 ULM. The fans are doing squats for every point that's been scored so far, Desmond.
Yeah, Coach Terry Bowden's thinking hopefully they're going to be doing a lot more squats before this thing is over with.
Well, halftime, obviously not the start ULM. Well, there's a look. You know, good form.
Yeah, real good form.
21-0. Terry Bowden has to be pretty happy, but I'm sure some things to work on as well.
Absolutely. They call it winning ugly, and anytime you could be up 3 scores without your sometimes you're not going to have your best club in the bag. And they were able to figure out how to get points and be opportunistic. The defense, bend but don't break, but they still made it happen with the takeaways.
ULM will have the football to start the second half. We'll be back with that right after this.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's with the sandwich names?
Oh, they're just nods to my time in the Army.
Oh, but what's the Steven named after?
Steven is from Navy Federal Credit Union. They've been helping with my finances since I enlisted. You want another Steven?
Keep them coming, Hannah.
Okay.
Maybe someday I could get a sandwich named after me. No.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
180! Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, man. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our Best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
What's cooking?
The secret to winning game days.
So Eckridge smoked sausage is secret, huh?
Yep.
Visit Eckridge.com for more.
Driven to serve.
And completing the final touches to the all-new Red McCombs Hyundai and Red McCombs Hyundai Northwest. Don't miss the final days of the pre-grand opening sale. Got to go pricing on San Antonio's largest used car selection. Cars, trucks, SUVs, budget buys to luxury vehicles. It's a win-win. See red, save green. Final days pre-grand opening at Red McCombs Hyundai Northwest and Red McCombs Hyundai.
So how did it go out there today?
Well, wait, walk-ons has wings?
Walk-ons for the win and the wings.
I got me a little mystery box. Ooh, a little flavor. best shoe in the world. Come on.
Everyone is ready for a double dose of Monday Night Football. First on ESPN at 7. Saints' new quarterback Derek Carr leads New Orleans against #1 draft pick Bryce Young and the Panthers. And on ABC at 8, it's more football as Nick Chubb and the Browns head to Pittsburgh to face Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. Saints-Panthers at 7 on ESPN and Browns-Steelers at 8 on ABC.
Oh, man, the way Bryce is able to cover the whole field is incredible.
Yeah, he's really spreading it around.
You guys could help, you know.
Just doing our jobs, Bryce. Just doing our jobs.
Yeah, we're working too.
Back here at Malone Stadium in Monroe, Louisiana, getting set for the second half. ULM with a 21-0 lead at the break. As Davis is back deep for ULM. They'll have the football to start this second half and a chance to create some more separation. Desmond Lighton to my right, Chris Harris with you from here in Monroe, and they'll start 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half expectations from you, Desmond.
I expect ULM to keep pounding that ball. They're going to come out averaging almost 8 yards a carry. That offensive line has been dominating and keeping their first-time starter managing the game, not trying to win the game. And you expect Lamar to come out here and basically they're going to have to take some shots at some point. But you ever play NCAA?
Oh, Chris? Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, they got that rule called tap-out rule. You know, if you get up by 3 scores, if the other team don't score, you got to pass the sticks. They're getting to a pass-the-sticks moment. If ULM is able to drive down here and get a touchdown here, that's when you start to have that psychological loss.
Hunter Herring, 5 of 11 for 60 yards passing in that first half of play as he starts out with Woolard as his running back, and he hands it off to him for 5 to begin the second half of play. Woolard had 7 carries, 54 yards in the first half.
Right on schedule, pound that rock. You get Nolan Quillen leading up in there as a lead blocker, and he doesn't get touched until he's got 3 yards, and then they keep that pile moving.
Chance to see some of those extra offensive linemen potentially as well, as Woolard takes it for 4 more, about a yard shy of that first down. Ole Miss transfer is Woolard from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, where he's the all-time leading rusher in Mississippi history at 8,294 yards in high school.
Wow. And you've got a stable of him here.
We've seen 3 running backs where Stad Franklin Jr. is, this time it's a keeper for Herring on that RPO, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah, they run the zone read. He hasn't pulled that ball all night. He's been giving it, and then that rush falls asleep, and he takes it at the last minute. Very instinctive play there by Hunter Herring.
Using his size to his advantage as well. 6'4", 228 pounds. Of course, from here in West Monroe to Ouachita Christian, passed for 4,950 yards, 82 touchdowns. He was 22-3 as their starting quarterback at Ouachita Christian.
Baller. OCS boy.
Stays in the pocket for a long time there as Woolard.
Yeah. Good old Ouachita Christian Eagles there. Christian school here, and local product, and the people are loving to see him able to get his shot. And he's shining, man. He's shining. He's making plays. He's running. He's made some passes. But that running game makes that a heck of a lot easier when you're able to run the ball and get 6 yards on first down.
2nd down and 10 here for the Warhawks as they'll look over towards the sideline for a play. They wanted to set up their screen game. Coach Kubik was talking to us about to get those bubble screens and different kind of screens going the right way, as Woolard will take that handoff, and not a whole lot there.
Yep.
This Lamar defense, they're not going to they're not just going to go away. They've played hard this entire ball game.
Now you got your first 3rd and long in a while for your Ouachita Christian player in Hunter Herring. What I like to see, though, is Ouachita Christian is a smaller school. So a lot of times they have these athletes that ball out there, but they don't know if it'll translate to the college game. It's looking like it's translating.
Those are Ramon Stevens. You saw him there, number 3 for Lamar. They really like him. Out of New Orleans, and Warren Easton, a great program down there in New Orleans. Herring's pass is to Howell. He makes the catch, and here comes some of those yak yards as he takes it inside the 35-yard line.
Big chunk yardage right there. Just a simple backside slant. And what should be a simple completion, Herring puts it right where it needs to be so he can catch that ball and get inside of that safety and get that yak yardage. But watch him get hit in the back and push forward. Don't push him forward now.
Opportunity now for ULM. They're in striking distance now at the 34-yard line. 25-yard gain on that pass to Howell. That was his third catch of the game.
That play was set up by the run. They were looking like they got the reverse coming.
Here comes Bugs Mortimer. He's got 3 defenders there, and they meet him back at the 40 for a loss. Creativity was there, just didn't work.
Yeah, and that's just Coach Cubic trying to get Bugs some touches. He's electric if you can get the ball in his hands, but it just didn't work that time. They were waiting there. So what happened, the backside, defensive end and safety, they played good alignment and assignment football. They stayed as deep as the deepest man. If you do that, the reverse will never work.
There's a freshman, Peyton Christian, who made that tackle. Had 2 tackles last week in their loss to Idaho. So now it's 2nd down and long here, 16. You see the stacked receivers up there. That's what they like to do as the pass comes to Woolard now out of the backfield.
Yep.
And inside that 40-yard line, setting up 3rd down and long here.
So that short bubble screen right there, that's an extension of the running game. You put your running back in the flats and let your wide receivers block for him on the edge. Good job rallying to the ball there by Lamar to make that a short gain and set up a 3rd and long.
By the way, Howell up to 62 yards receiving on those 3 catches.
Sneaky 62 yards, right?
It definitely is. 3rd down, 14 here. We'll see what is called in this situation. There's some pressure there, and then the slant nearly intercepted off the hands of Davis. Nana Davis, the intended receiver, and there was Stevens again, and that brings up 4th down for ULM.
That's a tough pass to make with them being on the opposite hash. They actually rolled that safety at the last minute to get, because they were running man, and it kind of confused them a little bit. He wasn't gonna get the 1st down anyway. Good defense there by Lamar.
Tip drill that time, but for Herring and for ULM, it wasn't intercepted. So punt formation for Gilbo, the reigning Louisiana Sports Writers Association Special Teams Player of the Week.
Another opportunity for him to pin him back deep.
May take a delay of game. They've tried that before. He only has 1 inside the 10 today, as that's another good one. And fair caught right there at the 7-yard line by Fusilier. So Lamar, the football, back up again. ULM's first possession, they punt. Back in Monroe right after this.
Bro, say, man, this coach done took over our office. And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands. Hospital bill for Prime. Yeah. Did you just say Gap? He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time. Aflac. Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap. Now, how do we get this goat out of here? Aflac. Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. It's the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. Nice. Discover how Ram powers all the lives you live during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get $4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks. See your Ram dealer today.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you build an all-pretzel pantry with a biometric security system. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzel.
Sun Belt Conference football here on ESPN Plus. ULM with a 21-0 lead over Lamar. Cardinals with the football after another good punt from Braxton Gilbo.
But a good job at their defense of keeping them in the ball game with that. That was a must stop there for Lamar, and they were able to get that.
So with the football is Coleman and Lamar as he hands the football off on that first give to Griffin. And Griffin takes it for a few yards up the middle. Griffin has been the feature guy for this Lamar team, and they continue that ground and pound.
Yep, keeping it first down, hand it off, get positive yards. They were holding Carl Glass there. Maybe that's why the Mike backer couldn't step in, but they're able to set up second and manageable. Look for them to try the short game here.
Pistol formation, 4 yards on that carry. 10:20 to play here in this third quarter. 21-0 ULM. Sends him in motion, Griffin. Now under pressure. And running with it is Coleman. And he'll be pushed out of bounds. Short of the first down.
And to set up
Carl Glass Jr. pushing him out.
Sorry there, Chris. Send up another 3rd and short. They've lived in that 3rd and 2 to 1 range all night. And they're happy with it. That keeps them in striking distance.
So 3rd down and 2. 4 for 9 so far. Lamar started out 3 for 5.
Yeah.
It's only 1 in the last 4 attempts, conversions on 3rd down.
They got the numbers on the bottom of the screen there. They wanted to QB sneak it.
So Robert Coleman going under center, and nothing there. What a push for ULM there.
Yeah.
We'll see where they spot the football, but it appears he's short.
Now, they had the numbers, but he just picked the wrong gap. And then also, that was crazy penetration there for what looked like Aiden Hutchinson. Or Carl Glass. No, that was Carl Glass that came in late and shot that gap. And so it looked like it was clear, but it wasn't. And that's what that 3-3-5 defense can do for you by doing all that gap exchange.
Well, they mark it
they gave
for the first down.
Progress.
Yeah, so forward progress gets them the first down.
Here's some boos coming from the stands. I don't think the crowd believes he got it.
So fresh set of downs for Lamar. And once again, sticking with Griffin in that ground game. And he has himself a first down up the middle. Quietly starting to put together some good numbers. Averaging just over 3 yards a carry.
And this is the MO for their successful drives. First down, being able to run, pick up positive yards. They run the power here. They pull the guard, wrap with that H-back. You get a kick and a lead, and it parts like the Red Sea. He was one broken tackle away from still being running.
And of course, he's a transfer from Rice, preseason first team All-Southland Conference. Last year, 109 carries, 619 yards, 6 touchdowns at the FBS level. That was in 9 starts last season. Nice spin move there by him. And Griffin getting some confidence right now as he spins it out towards that 33-yard line.
Yep, they're staying on schedule. They have the motion just to make the linebacker drift a little bit, and they run away from the motion. Good stick there by Aiden Hutchinson.
Another first down.
Huntington.
This second half kind of starting a lot like the first half did, with Lamar kind of controlling the football. They've led in time of possession this entire game. They're nearly up to 20 minutes of total possession time so far.
Yeah, but can they cash, though, Chris?
So far, they have not been able to answer the question, as that time the handoff goes to, once again, Griffin. And Jatarius Evans with the tackle that time.
Yeah, came off the edge on the blitz in that bandit position and just slams them down. So the problem with these long drives, Chris, is, yeah, you taking little small bites at a time, but one play gets you off schedule, and now you're off rhythm and you got to get out of your comfort zone.
Only a 1-yard gain that time before the grad transfer from Stephen F. Austin stopped him. Pistol formation once again for Coleman. They're going to go deep this time. Nothing's there, though. And Coleman will just take what that defense gives them before he's driven out of bounds on that far side by Huntington.
Yep, go max protect. They try to lull ULM into a false sense of security with the run and play action and try to take the deep shot across the middle. It wasn't there. He was still looking downfield when he was past the line of scrimmage. I thought that was kind of funny.
This ULM defense, 7 plays on this drive, 25 yards. A couple of takeaways already for this ULM defense.
Now, this is not their comfort zone, Chris. That 3rd and over 3 area.
3rd down, 5 yards to go officially. Motion man, and Coleman going to hit his man out of that crossing route. But, yeah, you're right, short of the 1st down. As that's Devin Gibbs with that catch, his first catch of the ball game.
Yeah, they have a lot of action to the short side of the field, to the strength. They run the rail down there, and then they have a backside leak across on the shallow drag, hoping that the defense will get caught up top, and they didn't. They were running the zone, so they was able to pass it off.
And fired up Watts that time. And they force another punt here for this Lamar team. It's been a busy night so far for De Leon. This will be his 5th punt. He had 1 block, so keep an eye on ULM. Tyrone Howell is back. 3 guys coming, but whistles blow the play dead.
Timeout.
And Lamar called a timeout.
Yep.
You never want to try to call a timeout on a punt.
No, that's kind of weird. He kind of threw that away. We're going to take it back here. 21-0, ULM Warhawks over Lamar here in Monroe, Louisiana.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Good choice. Ooh, my lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait.
From De Leon, and that's going to go all the way into the end zone as Tyrone Howell watches it sail into that end zone, and so ULM will take over 1st and 10 when we come back here in Monroe.
Saving this coach and took over our office. And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands. Hospital bill for Prime. Yeah. Did you just say Gap? He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time. Aflac. Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap. Now, how do we get this goat out of here? Aflac. Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac
is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. It's the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. Nice. Discover how Ram powers all the lives you live during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get 4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks. See your Ram dealer today.
To some folks, college football is a few humdrum hours on a Saturday. To the rest of us, it's sacred. It's a yearly pilgrimage.
Now this second half, and back to work will go the starting quarterback who has gone the distance so far, Hunter Herring. as he lines up in shotgun formation. And he'll give it off to Hunter Smith. He gets this drive behind Herring and takes it for 3 yards. How do you like the distribution of carries between Smith and Woolard so far?
I love it. They're almost doing like you get a drive, I get a drive, you get a drive, I get a drive. And when you got a line that's blocking like that, you want to keep fresh bodies behind him.
Look at Hunter Smith. Last week he has his first career 100-yard gain. There's the quick out to the sideline, and Nana Davis with the catch. And it'll be 3rd and 6 now. Alongside Desmond Lighton, Chris Harris with you from here in Monroe. Under 5 to play here in this 3rd quarter.
Yep, and you're going to get into a time where Lamar's playing against the clock as well. It's going to be a possession. They don't have enough time to get enough possessions to come back at some point.
Herring going to pass this time. Smith out of the backfield with that catch. And on 3rd down and 6, he got a couple. It's going to bring up 4th down. So this is a quick 3 and out for ULM.
And the defense were able to get a good stop, and they're going to flip the field. So Lamar's going to get some of their best starting position that they've had in a while. If they don't have another booming punt from that weapon from Robert Bonar.
Bonar with the stop that time. As back deep will go Fusilier, who's been a busy guy. As back in punt formation will go Gilbo. This will be his 3rd punt of the ball game on 4th and 3.
That stop, man, it keeps them. They're still in this ball game. They can put a drive together here.
Another good punt that time. This one a fair catch taken back by Fusilier, and we'll head to break. So Lamar's defense, they've bowed up, Desmond.
Absolutely. Keeping it a ball game here, and we'll get to see Robert come out and try to lead that Lamar Cardinal team.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Businesses need 5G solutions today. That's why they choose T-Mobile for Business. MLB partners with T-Mobile to not only enhance the fan experience, but to advance how the game is played. AAA relies on T-Mobile's network to stay connected nationwide so they can help get their members back on the road. And we're helping Pano AI innovate to stop the spread of wildfires. Now's the time to see what America's largest 5G network can do for your business.
Scope Squeeze, a 1-liter mouthwash bottle fits in the palm of your hand. Add water, control the squeeze, control the strength. Squeeze twice or even 3 times. And find a zone all your own. New mouthwash concentrate. Scope Squeeze.
Book a work trip. Earn 1 key cash. Shake some hands. Do not forget to laugh. Book a getaway from work trip. Use 1 key cash. Order some sides. Do not disturb. Join 1 key to earn and use rewards across Expedia, Hotels.com, and Vrbo.
Well, back here in Monroe, ULM up 21-0. Lamar with another stop. They get the football back, and they get something going offensively. Robert Coleman flushed out. There's a penalty marker down, but he does find his man. That was for Lamar. That was Jones with that catch, but coming back, this ball will go.
Yeah. Rolling out again. Looks like it's probably going to be another. Well, actually, doesn't look like they're going to move that. It's like that's a completion, and good completion at that. Roll breaks the pocket and makes that speed out on the sideline.
So that pass complete, 11 yards. I thought there was a flag, but apparently not. So it's a first down for Lamar. Their running back is Harris this possession, and he is eaten up right there at the line of scrimmage.
That defensive line is still imposing themselves right now. And that's a win for ULM. Keeping them under 4 yards on first down, making them get into a obvious pass situation on third down.
On defensive front, Jalen Ware, Aiden Huntington, who was in on that play right there, the transfer from Kent State. They fed him. They got him in on an offensive play in that first half as well.
Pressure.
Pressure coming. Coleman gets it away. And the pass is caught, but down is Dennis, who's had a busy day offensively for this Lamar team.
Yeah, and you've got Kennard Snyder coming off that edge to apply the pressure. But Robert doesn't mind rolling to his – he likes to roll to that side. You've noticed that's the habit. He hadn't rolled to his right yet.
In the NFL, if you're not touched, you can get up and go. But not in college.
He's ready for Sunday.
That's right. So, Dennis with his third catch for 11 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys Coleman has hit so far with passes. As this time the handoff goes to Rashad Johnson going down into the depth chart. He's a true freshman from Houston, Texas. And he gets his first handoff here.
Boom!
That was, of course,
Huntington.
Our guy, Aiden Huntington.
That guy, man, I'm telling you, he's like 300 pounds. He's a defensive lineman with abs. That's a scary combination.
He was with Kent State last year, 45 tackles, 8 tackles for loss last year, 3 sacks. Sean Lewis goes to Colorado to become the offensive coordinator for Coach Prime, and he enters the transfer portal.
So the Warhawks can thank Coach Prime for ending up with that stud here.
Sean Lewis leaves a head coaching job in the MAC to go be an OC at Colorado.
It's impressive, man. That's good recruiting right there.
Aiden Huntington comes here. Another good run there. Rashad Johnson, true freshman, North Shore High School in Houston, Texas. Listed at 5'9", 207.
Yeah, and just this is a good drive right now for Lamar. But they've got to cash it in with points at this point.
He's got kind of that fullback type look to him. And that tailback role right now as we go under the 30-second mark here in this third quarter. It's been a scoreless third quarter. Yeah. You know, ULM had a lot of momentum going into the locker room, but both teams, the defenses have shined, and I think a lot of confidence for Lamar with the way their defense is played in this third quarter.
Yeah, you got some fresh bodies coming on the field for that ULM defense. They're going to more of a speed package. They got out of the run, so look for the pass here, them taking a shot.
Back to pass. Coleman flushed out of the pocket, and he's wrapped up and sacked on second down to end the third quarter.
And a good pass rush.
That's in the end
good makeup
of the third quarter.
We don't even know. Maybe he had some people open. He didn't have time. Too much pressure in his face.
Dylan Howell and a lot of his friends help out with that sack.
Bravo!
For buying a treadmill?
You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase.
Yeah.
And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
What's in your wallet?
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, man. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing.
Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our Best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle. You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
What's cooking?
The secret to winning game days.
So Eckrich smoked sausage is secret, huh?
Yep.
Visit Eckrich.com for more.
Driven to serve. And completing the final touches to the all-new Red McCombs Hyundai and Red McCombs Hyundai Northwest. Don't miss the final days of the pre-grand opening sale. Got to go pricing on San Antonio's largest used car selection. Cars, trucks, SUVs, budget buys to luxury vehicles. It's a win-win. See red, save green. Final days pre-grand opening at Red McCombs Hyundai Northwest and Red McCombs Hyundai.
Should we sell the car and get something bigger?
Yeah, we can do both on Cars.com.
You're so smart.
I know.
But what if it's twins? What if it's quadruplets?
Huh?
What if it's octuplets?
Are you freaking out? Get it together, Larry.
I got this. I got this.
Uh-huh.
Sell your car with Cars.com. Buy your car with Cars.com. Where to next?
Oh, man, the way Bryce is able to cover the whole field is incredible.
Yeah, he's really spreading it around.
You guys could help, you know.
Just doing our jobs, Bryce. Just doing our jobs.
Yeah, we're working too.
So I wanted to go to Dave & Buster's for sports and $5 bites. But I had to visit GamGam, so I made a trade.
Trade for $5 bites at Dave & Buster's. You know you want to.
Back in Monroe, it's still 21-0. Playing the third quarter, scoreless. And we start the fourth. Alongside Desmond Lang, Chris Harris with you. ULM with a huge win last week. Fourth quarter was the big quarter where they came alive. And we'll see if ULM has the same results today. But they do have a 3-touchdown lead here. As Lamar with the football on third down. A pass and a wide-open receiver has the first down. Dennis once again making the catch.
Yeah.
And what poise there from the quarterback, Robert Coleman.
He said during the break that at some point they're going to have to take some shots, you know, and open it up. And quarterback drops back, hits the square end, right in between, in a soft spot in the zone. It was a good throw and catch. It's been available. But then they go back to the big two tight end set, what it looks like, and they're going to start pounding the ball again.
Coleman 16 for 20 passing, so the numbers have been pretty good for him.
Yeah.
When it comes to efficiency, does have the one interception. But fresh set of downs now as they are getting closer to that red zone. Play action pass here, and now there's pressure and a sack. That's James Smith coming up with that sack. He's been in the backfield a few times today, the redshirt freshman from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
They try to get off schedule. They normally out of that two-side set, they've been running it all game. This time they run a play action and try to take a shot and watch him pull out that bow and arrow afterwards. Got him. And it's a good thing he was there because they were running the scissors concept at the bottom of the screen and they had somebody coming open.
That is for ULM. They have gotten into the backfield several times. Third sack in the ball game. Back to pass Coleman. Here comes Smith again. Ball batted down that time. And I tell you what, Dylan Howell might could have caught that ball, and that's why he's kind of mad at himself.
Yeah, look at the defensive lineman. Y'all don't realize our hands are like destroyed. So he's got them all taped up. They were trying to set up the screen. He actually had a blocker. No, that wasn't. If he was there, he was going to get smashed as soon as he caught the ball. Come on, Dylan, that was your time to shine. He has no use of his opposable thumb.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Check him out. They're taped in place. All those ligaments and tendons in his fingers are destroyed. I know from experience.
Two-time All-American at McNeese State. Back to pass. Now flushed out of the pocket Coleman. He has his man this time. And down inside the 25-yard line goes Major Bowden. He's the one that made the throw on the holder. the holder throw on the fake field goal. He gets his first catch.
Yep, set up a 4th down here. And you'd like to think that Coach Pete Rosmondo is going to actually go for this one, which he is, and he's leaving his offense on the field this time. Nothing cute.
So 4th down and 2. Well, a field goal does you no good. 12:50 to play.
And you got a timeout coming for the Cardinals. Didn't like the personnel he had on the field.
Timeout. Lamar.
Man, costly timeout there.
Second charge timeout.
You got to think that they're going to need every single one.
This is a 30-second charge timeout and lead.
That's a big play. So 4th and 2. And Coleman, it was 16 for 21, 158 yards in this ball game. I mean, can't ask for much more than that.
No. And you got to think also, maybe they're not taking more shots with the quarterback. They haven't been able to protect him consistently. Yeah. So it's kind of limiting how many shots they can take because they don't want to get behind the chains.
This defense for ULM, and of course, Coach Koenig was so happy with his team last week against Army. He was talking about how last year when they played at West Point, that Army offensive line just mauled its defense. But this time, that defensive line stood tall last week. He was so proud of that group, and they played well again here today.
Opportunity for them to stand up again in this 4th and a long 2, it looks like.
Bowden in motion over there, looking for him down the sideline, and he got it. Touchdown, Lamar.
In a must-score situation for Lamar on 4th down, they dial up the rail. They put the running back in motion, run him right up the rail, and get him on a linebacker. And that's just a tough ask. Run the wheel, and it's just tough. He was beat from the start of that. He was running full speed. Great pass by the quarterback, hitting him on time.
He's thrown an interception. Now he's got a touchdown pass in this ball game. The 5'9", 180-pound sophomore from Waco, Texas. And now the extra point from Escada will be attempted here. Make it a 2-touchdown ball game. Here in the 4th quarter, some confidence now for the Cardinals, Desmond.
Yep, they're within striking distance now, Chris. Now, if their defense can come out and actually get them the ball back, we'll see. They've been able to move it. We'll find out. Coming back live to Monroe, Louisiana. ULM over Lamar, 21-7.
Oh, say, man, this coach done took over our office.
And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for Prime. Yeah. Did you just say gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time. Aflac. Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here?
Aflac. Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our Best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
Did we just get hustled?
There's no way they were 70.
Interesting. It's both an electric and a gas car.
Yep.
Quite the paradox.
So JJ's for lunch?
The Lexus RX plug-in hybrid. Electric for short trips, gas for long. It really is both.
What's cooking?
The secret to winning game days.
So Eckrich smoked sausage is secret, huh?
Yep.
Visit Eckrich.com for more.
Ace and the ULM band. They're having fun tonight. Ace, when he's not piloting planes, likes to dance, Desmond.
Apparently, getting jiggy with it. Real easy to get jiggy with when you're up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Looking to go 2-0 ULM for the first time since, 2015?
Well, it hasn't been as smooth necessarily as Coach Terry Bowden probably would have liked tonight, but they do lead 21-6. Actually, 21-7 the score.
Yeah, check out this kickoff. They're doing, look like they wanted to run the hands team on really quick in case Lamar wanted to do something a little tricky.
So kicking off is Lamar here. And some confidence for these Cardinals. They have held ULM scoreless here in the second half so far. And a chance here for a return. And special teams has been pretty good tonight for ULM. As Galloway on that return had a little bit of room on that right side, but it evaporated quickly. Now here comes the ULM offense. And the fourth quarter, it was about this mark in the game last week against Army that the offense just started to roll a little bit. You had that big run by Hunter Smith. You had some big runs by Woolard and Hunter Herring back out there.
And what they don't want is for the opposite to happen to them, because they were down 2 possessions at that time, at this time last week. And now they're up 2 possessions. It's closing time. Can they close?
So Herring takes a snap. He's got Smith with him, that RPO. And Smith will take it for about 5 yards. He's been the leading back tonight. That was his 9th carry. He's over 70 yards now.
Yeah. Running that power read there. Quarterback has the option to keep it and go right up the middle. He holds it to the last minute and then gives it.
He's hit 7 receivers so far in this ball game, has Hunter Herring. The numbers for Herring: 9 for 17, 91 yards. Howell has 3 catches for 62 yards. Here's Smith as he gets out past that 25-yard line. Still a pretty conservative game plan here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he sets up a 3rd down there, Chris, for an opportunity for the Cardinals to get off the field and give their offense the ball back.
Fired up right there was Braden Faulkner, who had a couple of tackles last week. 6'1", 230-pound sophomore from Waco.
That's just good gap filling there from Lamar.
He's the one who picks up that tackle there and brings up 3rd down and 6 here. As ULM on 3rd downs today, right at 50%, 5 for 10. As that pass is complete, but shy of the 1st down. As that pass is caught by Kimber. Second catch of the ball game for Kimber, but 3 and out again. Lamar on defense once again stepping up.
That's a win. So they had the right play call in, Coach Kubik. He noticed that Lamar's playing man coverage, so you run some rub routes essentially. It just wasn't quite deep enough. It needed that route to be about 4 yards longer.
So Lamar will get the football back, and the time of possession starting to once again teeter back well in favor of Lamar. As the punt will come away here from Gilbo. That's his
worst
5th punt, and that is his worst. It'll roll it. I'm not sure why it was grabbed that quickly, but decent field position. Little extracurriculars there at the end. But Lamar, good field position when we come back. Down by 2 scores and a lot of time left here in Monroe.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, man. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our Best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's with the sandwich names?
Oh, they're just nods to my time in the Army.
Oh, but what's the Steven named after?
Steven is from Navy Federal Credit Union. They've been helping with my finances since I enlisted. You want another Steven?
Keep them coming, Hannah.
Okay.
Maybe someday I could get a sandwich named after me. No.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
Superb racing. Yes, guys.
Thank you, Monroe. 10:22 to play, and Lamar is not going away easily tonight for ULM. If they were expecting an easy ball game, Lamar has certainly brought it today. Is flushed out of the pocket. Coleman, he'll find his receiver. And once again, that's Griffin, the tailback, out of the backfield. But not much there. It was read pretty well.
Man, they bring that Mike linebacker Carl Glass off that edge to force that errant pass. Man, I didn't know Carl Glass had them jets like that. Had a little afterburner there.
He's been flying around, the junior from right here in Monroe.
Yep, went to my alma mater, Ouachita High School. Go Lions.
It's a Harding first. Out of big force fumble last week. Here's a handoff once again to Griffin, the transfer from Rice, as he finds some running room out past that 40-yard line.
Yep. And that split zone in there.
Give it to Lamar. They have stuck to the game plan. Will Fleming, their offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach.
Yeah, they haven't abandoned the run. A lot of teams in these situations will abandon the run, and you don't have to this early.
So third down here in 6. They're 6 for 14 today on third downs. Is Lamar. Some time. Pass is caught past the midfield mark. And once again, it's Andre Dennis who makes that catch. And that's a first down. I tell you what, Coleman, you know, it's been pretty conservative for him, but he's got now 19 completions on 24 attempts.
Efficient. When they've been able to protect him, he's been able to put the ball in catchable positions. He put that ball high and away where only his receiver could go up and get it on that deep comeback, and they get a fresh set of downs here at the 50. Where they're in plus territory now.
So Dennis with that catch, and that was his 6th catch of this ball game. First down for Lamar. They put a man in motion that time. And now an option pitch and some running room down that far sideline. Jones may take it. Stutter steps. Did he get in?
Touchdown.
Yes, touchdown Lamar.
They are not done yet, Chris. The fat lady was warming up her vocal cords, and they say, sit down, sit down. They run the speed option there and execute it perfectly. Check the quarterback out. He's going to fake the zone read, pull it. He's got a lead blocker. He holds it and makes that corner commit to him and pitches it out to his running back. And he does his good tightrope impersonation and takes it all the way to his ass.
A little bit of a near high step that time.
But did he get in?
That's very, very close. The all clear has been given.
6.
So it's a touchdown and a one-score game here in Monroe with 8:16 remaining. The PAT up and good by Escada. And how about the Lamar Cardinals as Jones, Isaiah Jones, a 47-yard touchdown run. The Cardinals out of the FCS Southland Conference, they're in this ball game.
Bravo! For buying a treadmill? You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase. Yeah. And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
What's in your wallet?
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. And with the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, man. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our Best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
Did we just get hustled? There's no way they were 70. Interesting. It's both an electric and a gas car. Yep. Quite the paradox. So JJ's for lunch?
The Lexus RX plug-in hybrid. Electric for short trips, gas for long. It really is both.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
Louisiana here, ULM found themselves a little bit of a dog fight here with Lamar after that 64-yard run there on the speed option to keep them within striking distance. Chris, all of a sudden now we got us an interesting ball game out of nowhere.
Well, Lamar has outscored ULM 14-0 here in the second half. And we'll see if they have any tricks up their sleeve. Ben Woodard to kick it away for Lamar as ULM, they've been shut out here in this second half. Chance for a return here. And well, there was a seam briefly for Davis, but it ended pretty quickly there. So 1st and 10 as they'll start just shy of the 30-yard line. I think I really thought that ULM might break one of these as Nana Davis, transfer from Utah State. He's got some burners. He's got some of that explosiveness.
Yeah.
And put that hand down right there. But I tell you what, special teams, other than that block punt, I've been impressed with Lamar on special teams today.
Man, that's normally the deficit with these type of battles.
First-year head coach.
Yeah, they've held up. They look clean.
Yep. Well, here's Hunter Herring. He goes back to work. Pass is incomplete as he goes right to Tyrone Howell, but he couldn't quite hang on to it.
Yeah, Ty doesn't normally drop those. Wasn't going to be for much, but you still like to see him catch it just to get some rhythm established with your young quarterback. And ULM, once again, now they're in a 2nd and long. They're off schedule.
Well, the biggest recruiting wins for ULM and Coach Terry Bowden was getting Howe to stay here. Now some running room for Mr. Woolard. Breaks a tackle. Woolard inside the 30. And Woolard has ULM in business.
These running backs are a problem. Both of them. Watch this hole open up and watch him hit it. My goodness, it's like a good safety valve when any time you can pop a big one like that.
They're going to get into their hurry-up offense here. Rolling out, Hunter Herring going to take it himself. Boy, that's a hard hit at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he got folded up like a taco. My goodness. Here's that run before. Watch that. Patience, waiting for the gap to establish. Hits it. And then he's a load to pull down. That's 2 tackles he just ran through. Protects the ball. Good sound fundamentals. And flips the field for ULM.
It was Ramon Stevens he just kind of gave the shiver to. So that long run sets up now ULM. That was a 44-yard run officially for Woolard and puts him over 100 yards, 11 carries, 107 yards, averaging 10 a carry now. 2nd down, 7 for the Warhawks. Up by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. He's your hot hand right now. Woolard takes it down to the 20 as the clock continues to roll.
They're going to keep riding him. And it's just so tough on a defense because you can do your job 5 times, 6 times, but only one time where somebody gets out of their gap, and these backs will make you pay.
Up to now 253 yards on the ground for ULM. This is, we were talking during the break about, all of a sudden now some pressure on the first-year starting quarterback here, making his first career start too. Sticking with Woolard, and he has the 1st down yardage. And Woolard, he's running with a purpose right now, the transfer from Ole Miss.
I think we misunderstood what was the engine that drove this offense. The pressure wasn't on the quarterback. It was on the offensive line. That's who Coach Cubitt put the onus on this drive on. Win us this drive on up front and take the pressure off your quarterback, and that's what they've been doing so far.
Last week for Woolard, 10 carries, 56 yards against Army. And he'll take the handoff again. Gives one stiff arm, but can't get around that second defender. Yeah. And he goes down there for a loss.
Got a little greedy there, Chris. That play was designed to hit inside, and he tried to bounce it because of the penetration, and there was just nothing there.
Yeah, that's Christian Pugh, who ends up with that tackle on that far side. Or excuse me, Kevin Anderson. It was 7, not 1. So Anderson with the big tackle there.
Yeah. Now you're behind the sticks, but you still got your whole playbook, screens and draws open to you.
Behind the sticks now. It's 2nd down and 14. Play fake. Herring looking. And he has his man, but not a lot of yardage there as he hits Tyrone Howell. And it brings up 3rd down now for ULM, up by a touchdown. You're in field goal range, but you'd love to get 6 right here.
Absolutely. I'm noticing Coach Cubitt, he's making these reads easier. He's cutting the field. When you move the pocket like that, you cut the reads in half. Now he's only got to read half the field, and you take the pressure off of your young quarterback by going to your playmaker and Tyrone Howell on the speed out.
Give Camden Grogan a lot of credit. He has done a great job today on Tyrone Howell. He was all over Tyrone, who had to come back to that football. 3rd down and 10.
Got the single high safety there in the middle of the field.
Looking for that. Oh, I thought it was going to be the fade route, but that pass is caught as Wiley makes the catch, but that's short of the 1st down. So we'll see if the field goal unit comes on here for ULM.
That was dangerous. He keyed in on that slant instead of the fade, and that DB breaks on that ball. He's going to bang his head on the goalpost.
Nice defense again by Grogan. He has had a really, really nice game from that corner position. And now Hunter Herring with some assistance heading over towards that bench.
Remember that power that they ran where he took a pretty hard hit there. I think he's still feeling the effects of that.
30-yarder from an angle. Big field goal for McCormick, and he bangs it through. That's a tough angle. And McCormick knocks it through, the Port Charlotte, Florida native, to give ULM back a 2-score lead.
Yeah, and doesn't look flashy, but it gets the job done. Puts this up to two possession game. We're out of here from the bottom.
And a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
180! 180!
Hello, Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, who do you even play for?
T-Mobile. And I'm here to protect you from wireless companies that blitz you with phone deals that sack you with a 3-year device contract.
Even I can get sacked?
Not at T-Mobile. They have plans that make upgrades work for you. They even have a plan which makes you upgrade ready every year.
Thanks, Ben. Now can I do the thing?
Do the thing. Excellent.
Take charge of your upgrades with our Best Go 5G plans at T-Mobile.
Let's have a huddle.
You don't know what huddle is, do you?
No.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. It's the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. Nice. Discover how Ram powers all the lives you live during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get $1,500 bonus cash allowance on 2023 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy-duty pickups. See your Ram dealer today.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you build an all-pretzel pantry with a biometric security system. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzel.
Well, some ULM fans breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief after the field goal from McCormick. Good from 30 yards out. Back to a 2-score game, but still time remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And Lamar will get the football.
Yeah, that drive was just what the doctor ordered for the Warhawks, to just give them a little bit of cushion, because they didn't get 7, but they pushed another possession out there, and it's just going to be a time issue at this point now for the Cardinals.
358 yards of offense for ULM, 320 for Lamar today. On special teams, nearly a breakaway there as Harris saw a seam and takes it out, gives the Lamar Cardinals some pretty good field position.
Coach Rollins at ULM special teams coach's heart stopped for just a split second there when he saw that seam open up. Because they need something to keep this game alive for Lamar. They need a play like that. It's got to be quick. They don't have time for one of those long ball controlling drives.
Lamar Harris, who played a lot of snaps today. Last week only 8 carries for 8 yards, 5 for 18 today. Griffin's been their main guy. That's Griffin right there beside Coleman. The transfer from Rice. He'll take the handoff, rather keeping it. Coleman, and he is spun down in the backfield.
They tried the same play there, Chris.
James Smith again. If he's not the defensive player of the week for Coach Koenig, I tell you what, he's got to be a leading candidate.
Leading the game in tackles for loss. Yeah, he's living in the backfield. So they faked that zone read and tried to run the speed option, the same play they scored on the drive before. And this time they were ready for it.
Flags. We haven't seen many penalties.
False start. 74 of the offense. 5 yards remain, second down.
Just the 5th combined penalty in this ball game. ULM has 3 for 15 now, 2 for 15 for Lamar.
That's a pretty clean game. And being this early in the season, too, both coaching staffs are probably going to be happy with that.
Last play was a 4-yard loss on the sack. So now you got second down and 19 for Lamar here, playing from behind the sticks, and another penetration, and this time Aiden Huntington with the sack.
Okay, look, hold on. Somebody's an anime fan. That looked like the last Airbender flex there. Anime fans, don't kill me if that's wrong. But yeah, so you got him making plays on both sides of the ball, compresses the pocket, shucks a man, and gets home to pay dirt.
One of the biggest pickups out of the portal for Terry Bowden was Huntington from Kent State. And he has himself a sack. 3rd and 24. Pass over the middle, tipped and incomplete. They were looking once again for Fusilier, and ULM got a hand on it.
That was the best case scenario there because he was not open. Dropping in that zone. He's trying to fit it in between the safety and the free safety, and that would have had to have been a perfect pass.
It was A.J. Watts who got the hand on it. He had the interception with 2:24 to go to seal it last week against Army. And boy, I tell you what, that ULM defense, they stepped up there. Howell back deep. One punt block today as the punt away from De Leon. And a fair catch from Howell. 2:12 to go. We'll see how aggressive Terry Bowden wants to be here, up by 10. But right now you got a team that has only 1 timeout left, and I would just hand the football off.
Yeah, he's gonna run what's called the 4-minute drill. The same way coaches practice the 2-minute drill, which you're trying to score fast. 4-minute drill is you're slowing things down. You're just trying to methodically pick up first downs and salt the game out. And we're probably going to see some players, maybe some second-string offensive line we haven't seen all night, and get some reps in. We got our 18 in at quarterback here, getting some more reps.
So Jaya Wright for the first time today in at quarterback. 6'1", 205 graduate transfer. Showing a master's degree in business administration as he gives it off, and some running room. Here comes another chunk play for ULM as Hunter Smith takes it to the 30-yard line.
That offensive line and the running back's awareness to wait, and that jump cut to the backside has been there all night once those linebackers commit. And they're making him pay. Hunter Smith's a beast.
You know, typically you would just, be very conservative, but do you want to give your team a little confidence? Going into the Texas A&M game, as you look at Jaya Wright there, who last week 11 for 22, 69 yards. had those 2 interceptions.
Oh, they want to score. They're just going to do it in a controlled fashion.
Right. We're going to take the play clock down. It's down under 5 right now. A little stutter step there from Smith, who picks up 4 more as that clock ticks towards the 1-minute mark. ULM's going to pick up the victory. Now, they got maybe a little bit more than they were hoping for from Lamar, but tell you what, the rest of the season we'll be following Pete Rossomondo's team, first-year head coach, and from week 1 to week 2 after their loss last week to Idaho, he's got to feel pretty good about how his team responded.
They never went away, Chris. They always stayed in the fight, and that's an attitude, and that's what he's trying to change at Lamar, and it looked like he's already on the right path to do that.
45 seconds against Smith, and he's bottled up in the backfield that time. And deep into that depth chart for it's Williams for Lamar, who picks up that tackle. And timeout, maybe? We have whistles with 31 seconds remaining. 3rd down and 6.
Timeout. Lamar. Last charge timeout of the half. This is a 30-second timeout and lead.
Head ball coach Terry Bowden looking on there, looking to pick up another victory in his great career.
Looking dapper while doing it.
Absolutely. Coach Bowden looking for win number 185 here today. There's next week at Texas A&M for ULM before they get into the thick of Sunbelt Conference play. And, you know, you got a free shot, Desmond.
Yeah. And you know what? You start to look at this schedule, and they're going to be in the same situation that Lamar's in right now as they were coming in. You know, nobody expects you to win necessarily, so you can go out there and go for the W, maybe shock the world. And then App State, you've got some very winnable games coming up for ULM. Starting 2-0, you got a little bit more cushion on that mission to become bowl eligible.
Texas A&M coming off a 48-33 loss today to Miami on the road, so a little pressure on Jimbo Fisher. So victory formation for Jaya Wright here in ULM as they'll take the knee here, and that will run the clock out.
Done.
And for the first time since 2018, ULM's going to start 2-0 with wins over Army and Lamar. And head coach Terry Bowden will earn the victory today, Desmond. And tell you what, a win's a win's a win.
Hey, a W is a W. Sometimes you got to win them ugly. They won it, and it looked pretty good at spots in this game on special teams and making big plays on the ground. One thing we know about ULM now is they have an offensive line. They got running backs, and they have a defense that is ball hungry.
Up front for sure, ULM has a lot of things that they should really, really be excited about. So Texas A&M next week before they come back and have a couple of games, big ones here at home against App State and then South Alabama. Final thoughts real quick, Desmond.
2-0 here for ULM. Feeling good. They got the W. What are we going to see next week when they go and play Texas A&M? Who knows, but they're on the right track to make it to a bowl game.
So for producer Wayne Gentry and our entire ESPN crew, analyst Desmond Lighton, this is Chris Harris saying so long from Monroe, Louisiana, where the final score is ULM 24, Lamar 14. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Look, Mom, I found one.